Welcome into pregame on this Friday evening. Rocky Downing in with you. Flip Casper had a prior commitment, so unable to join us tonight for pregame, but he certainly sends his best wishes to all going into this weekend. And it's a big weekend coming up, but first we're going to look back at what has happened this week around the KCLY community. We're going to start with the Wakefield Bombers in cross country. Yesterday, they went to the Council Grove Invitational. They would finish seventh. The boys' team would finish seventh out of 19 teams. Coach Ladd Braden saying this, with the exception of the state meet at Wamego, this is the biggest meet they attend each year. They run up against very solid 4A and 3A schools. Felt they competed well as a team, finishing in seventh in the boys' division out of those 19 schools. For the Bomber boys, junior Jonathan Bowen ran another great race, getting under 18 minutes again. Brock Barrett, a senior, ran well, finishing in the top 20. He also mentioned senior Preston McCullum, who ran extremely well for his first race of the season. His sub-20-minute time in a race was Preston's first Bomber cross-country letter qualifying time of the year. Also, junior Jordan Colglazer, for the second week in a row, ran the race in under 20. Jordan's time, 19:58, earns him his first Bomber cross-country letter of his high school career. Also finishing strong for the Bombers were juniors Cole Barber, Kirk Isley, and Christian Kirk. And on the girls' side, Coach Braden talked about Cassidy Tilley and junior Sierra Otto running their fastest times of the season. Wakefield will next be in action twice next week. They go Thursday to Lincoln, and a week from tomorrow they'll be at the Riley County Invitational that takes place in Leonardville. Speaking of big meets in cross country, this weekend the Clay Center Tigers and Lady Tigers are traveling to Junction City. It's always a great opportunity to go up against a lot of 5A and 6A schools for Clay Center. That's tomorrow. They will start running at 10 a.m. Also tomorrow, the NCKL Tennis Championships will be hosted in Concordia. That'll feature the host Panthers, Marysville, Abilene, Wamego, Chapman, and the Clay Center Lady Tigers. Coach Jeff Edwards' team will head that direction. That's tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Again, that's in Concordia. Speaking of tennis this week, the Lady Tigers were in action and would come away with a really strong performance in doubles competition. Number one doubles team of Emma Gurton and Jaden Wilcoxon went 1-1. Hannah Fowles and Paige Richardson were both 2-0 in their number two doubles competition. And both singles players in number two, Hannah Callan, 2-0, and Chloe Gaug, number one singles, 2-0. That again was on Tuesday this week. Clay Center Lady Tiger volleyball lost a pair at home on senior night. Already finished up senior night. The rest of the play for them will be on the road. And they know their sub-state's going to be hosted in Concordia. But they lost to Wamego in 3 sets in both varsity matches. They also lost in 3 and 2 in JV. And then the C team would split a pair, winning in 3, losing in 2. Coach Robert Moran said they had really been making strides forward and felt they took a small step backwards. Did some good things, but still have some areas of their game they need to improve on. And they have a tournament tomorrow. They go into Concordia. Then they turn around and go right back to Concordia Tuesday. In fact, we'll have that those varsity matches live on the air this coming Tuesday night against the Concordia Panthers. Let's move over to the Twin Valley League in TVL volleyball. Washington County took a pair from Blue Valley and Donovan West, winning in straight sets in both of those. Blue Valley then fell to Donovan West. It reached a 3. They lost 25-23 in that final set. Matches for Axtell. They beat both Clifton Clyde and Lynn. It took them 3 to get by the Eagles. It took them 3 to get by the Bulldogs. And then Clifton Clyde would win over Lynn 25-22 in both sets. Also from the TVL on Tuesday, it was Frankford falling to Centralia 25-12, 25-14. Centralia also had wins over Onega and Wetmore. Now Frankford did come back and win 2 on the night, beating both Onega in 2 and Wetmore in 3 sets. Onega also would go 3 against Wetmore. The Buffaloes get the win in that one. Hanover defeated Troy 25-9, 25-14. Valley Heights got Hanover then in 3 sets. It went very close in the first 2, and then 25-10 Mustangs in the final set. And Valley Heights also a straight sets winner against Troy. Again, that was from Tuesday. And then this past Saturday, the 26th, was the Axtell Invitational. In the consolation bracket, Valley Heights a winner against Lewiston. Lynn beat Wetmore. Lewiston then also a win against Wetmore. And Lynn did get Valley Heights in the consolation final. In the championship, Axtell beat Frankford. Flint Hills Christian got Frankford as well. Then Diller Odell a winner over Axtell 25-20, 25-17 in the final matchup. Blue Valley went into the Wakefield Invitational on Saturday and would come away with 4 wins. They beat St. X, Elyria Christian, Peabody, and Wakefield. And a lot of volleyball coming up this weekend. We mentioned the Concordia Invitational. That's where the Clay Center Lady Tigers are headed. But also with them will be Valley Heights and Washington County. The Valley Falls Invitational coming up tomorrow features the Axtell Eagles. Also, Centralia heads that way. And then Blue Valley, Frankfort, and Wetmore are heading to Onega's Invitational tomorrow. It's a weekend off for the Clay Center Lady Tiger golfers. That's because they hosted their invitational yesterday at the Clay Center Country Club. And what a performance from Kirsten Diekman, who shoots a 45 for the Lady Tigers. That would finish in fourth place overall individually. 39 from a TMP Hayes golfer would take first. They also took first as a team. Salina Central second, Clay Center third, Concordia fourth. Lady Tigers had another medal winner with Allie Wright Frederick bringing home more hardware for the season, shooting a 49. That would be good for an eighth place finish. Also for the Lady Tigers yesterday, it would be a 51 for Erica Alquist, Rachel Williams a 53, Addie Mullen 54, Sid Calloway a 58. And on the JV team for the Lady Tigers, McKenna Savner notched a personal best with a 56 yesterday. Again, Kirsten Diekman, a 45, fourth place. Allie Wright Frederick, a 49, eighth place. Concordia, their top finisher would be a 54 from Katie Donovan. We also got a 57 from Cora Snavely, a 58 from Milena Hansen. Bailey Strait had a 59. Kayla Dvorak and Tora Vanos were also competing in yesterday's Concordia team at Clay Center. Lady Tigers finished third as a team. Kirsten Diekman, fourth place. Allie Wright Frederick, eighth place at the Tiger Golf Invitational for Coach Dick Ahlberg. Hey, stay with us. We have more from pregame coming up. Next, to look at your Football Friday matchups.
Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy has earned the reputation of being a dependable supplier of durable medical equipment. They offer customers cost-effective quality products they need to improve their health and well-being. Lift chairs, shoes for diabetics, canes, bath aids, wheelchairs, knee braces, CPAP machines and supplies, and several other helpful equipment is available. And if you have a prescription to be filled, bring it into Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy for friendly and professional service. Downtown Clay Center.
It's time for Tiger football. I'm sure the coaching staff has put together a solid game plan for tonight's game. Have you thought about your insurance game plan? Hi, Tiger fans. This is Jim Gearhan with Farmers Union Insurance. We can customize insurance plans from everything from cars, trucks, and combines to houses, boats, and businesses. We can even insure your retirement. Stop by and see me, Jim Gearhan, at 426 Lincoln Avenue in downtown Clay Center, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics.
Did the recent storm cause damage to your roof? Call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia now to have a member of our team provide an estimate to restore your roof. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has been replacing and installing commercial and residential roofs for over 35 years. You can trust the Geisler team to get the job done right.
Whether you want the tried and true seedweed varieties or a blend of the latest in the field of genetic innovations suited for your specific soil conditions, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales wants to be your source for seedweed and starter fertilizer. Let us explain all the details and then place your order to ensure we have enough on hand. We can also add treatment to your seedweed to protect it while it gets established and ready for a harsh winter. This is Blaze. Stop in and see us at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Welcome back on pregame. A look at Football Friday matchups around the KCLY community. A lot to look at tonight. Let's get started with the Wakefield Bombers. They have a district matchup tonight. The Bombers will get set to travel on the road to face Lincoln. Again, this is a district matchup. Chris Freeman's Bombers are sitting at 1-3 now in the season. Their district is Rock Hills, Hanover. And those two teams go head-to-head. We'll look at that in a little bit. Lincoln, Clifton, Clyde, Osborne, Lakeside, and the Bombers. Again, Wakefield 0-2 in district play and heading on the road to face Lincoln, a 3-1 ball team. Also tonight, the Southern Cloud Warriors will be at home against the Lynn Bulldogs. Now, this is a district matchup for these two teams. The Lynn Bulldogs are 0-4 on the season. This is the first district game they've played. Southern Cloud 1-3. They are 0-1 in their district competition. The other teams in their 8-man Division II district feature Pike Valley and Axtell, both at 3-1. Frankfort 2-2. Blue Valley is 1-3. Speaking of Frankfort, they go to Axtell tonight, so it's obviously a district game. The Eagles are 3-1, yet to play a district competition. Frankfort 2-2 on the year, so should be a good matchup in that one. You'll get Clifton Clyde hosting Hill City. This is not a league game in the TVL. It's also not a district game for the Eagles, but they will, again, be at home to take on Hill City tonight. The Blue Valley Rams do have a district matchup against Pike Valley. Blue Valley comes into that matchup this evening at 1-3 on the season. Pike Valley 3-1. They are 1-0 in their district play. Also tonight in the TVL, we mentioned Hanover Rock Hills. I mean, look at this football game. Both teams state ranked, both teams undefeated. Hanover 1-0 in districts, Rock Hills 2-0, and both teams stand at 4-0 on the year. This is some kind of showdown in an early week district matchup. Again, Hanover at Rock Hills for that matchup. 11-man TVL action. Washington County will get a good test tonight. Centralia comes calling. The Tigers sitting undefeated at 4-0 on the season right now. Centralia just the one league loss. This is not a district game, the final tune-up before they head into districts. Washington County will be matched up in a district that features Marysville, Minneapolis, and Riley County. Valley Heights will be at home tonight. They do have a district game. They're hosting Valley Falls. The Mustangs come into this matchup with a record of 0-4. First district game for both of these teams. Valley Falls 1-3, so a good opportunity for the Mustangs to get on the district board and a win to open up the district play tonight. Onega is at Wabaunsee. Also, it's an out-of-league game for TVL's Onega Buffaloes, but that is a district competition for them tonight. Rock Creek is at Riley County, Mid-East League battle. Both teams stand at 2-2 on the season. Of course, for the Falcons, it's been 2 straight weeks against 2 of the top teams in the state, in Rossville and Silver Lake. So they've gotten through that portion of the schedule. Now they'll try to take on a Mustangs team that also, again, 2-2 on the season. Final tune-up for both these squads before heading into their districts next weekend. Most of the 11-man teams will get underway with districts next weekend. A lot of the 8-man teams have already had some district play, and much more that will get heavier and heavier as teams try to vie for a chance to move on to the playoffs. Let's look at the NCKL tonight. Abilene Cowboys still undefeated. They travel to Chapman tonight. Cowboys have really put on a good show. Of course, Chapman started off the year undefeated before that Week 3 loss to the Clay Center Tigers. The Irish have now lost 2 straight. They fell last week in very soggy, soupy conditions, much like the Clay Center-Marysville matchup. Low scoring. It went to overtime, and they would eventually lose to Concordia in a 6-0 ball game. Concordia, coming off that win, now goes to Marysville. Of course, the Bulldogs got the 6-3 overtime soupy mess game that the Tigers did last week. Won it on that 4th down run from Hunter Warnick. They got to the end zone. So you'll get a chance tonight for Concordia and Marysville to square off, and a 2-2 Panthers team and a 2-2 Bulldogs team get set to go head-to-head. And here on KCOY, just about ready to get you to a pregame talk with Coach Todd Rice. The Clay Center Tigers tonight take on the Wamego Red Raiders. It's the Red Raiders homecoming tonight, and that's at Wamego, of course. The Red Raiders come into this matchup tonight with a record of 1-3. They did win their one game against Marysville 28-0 last week. They lost to Abilene 48-13. Thanks again for hanging out with us on a Football Friday. Up next, Clay Center Tiger pregame is on the way.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. I want to invite you to come out and try our service department. We have a express lane for oil changes and much, much more. No waiting, 30 minutes or less, no appointment necessary. Make your vehicle road ready. Or if you need heavier work done, we've got certified technicians that can do jobs from recall work, regular maintenance, all the way to complete engine repair. So come out and see us at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford in Clay Center.
What's next after harvest? Central Valley Ag suggests fall weed control.
Some of those weeds are winter annual weeds, and the best time for us to get a hold of those is by controlling those in the fall.
CVA agronomist Mike Swingman says getting rid of weed patches now can add profit next year.
So you have a clean seed bed to start next year.
Clean fields mean better yields. Control your weeds this fall for a better harvest next year. Contact Central Valley Ag right away.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer.
Or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Twin Valley is proud to announce their free Twin Valley Wi-Fi zone, available to all fans at Unruh Stadium. With Twin Valley Wi-Fi, you can share the moments from the game with all your friends and family. Listen to the game on the KCLY app, post Instagram pics, tweet updates of the game, and update Facebook all for free without using your valuable cellular data. Enjoy the game and go Tigers from your friends at Twin Valley.
The Tigers are happy to see the sunshine after that soggy swamp they played in last week, and they hope the sun shines on a Tiger victory at Wamego. Pre-game is here, being brought to you by Clay County National Bank, State Farm Insurance, David Borgeting Agents, and B&D Sandblasting and Painting. Stay tuned. Up next, we'll talk with head coach Todd Rice on Tiger Pre-game.
When you're a student athlete, you carry a lot of responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, your school, and your community. So whether you're in the classroom or on the court or field, take pride in what you do, persist in your endeavors, and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment, not only now, but also in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to support you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Knowing that we'll be fine tomorrow gives us great peace of mind today. That's why it's so important to ensure your future and your family's. State Farm can help you do it, thanks to their financial services and agents who can personally advise you on which plans better suit you. Continue enjoying your lifestyle, invest in your business or yourself, and ensure your children's education. Get to a better state. Call David Borgerding at 632-5642 or visit him at 428 Lincoln Avenue in Clay Center.
Football season is the favorite time of year for the guys at B&D Sandblasting and Painting. They specialize in sandblasting stock trailers, hay trailers, and semi-grain trailers. They can make your old trailer look like new and maintain its function and value with their high-quality primer and paint. B&D are also experts at installing seamless guttering on your home or business. When their work is done, you can bet they'll be at the football game supporting the Tigers. Give B&D Sandblasting and Painting a call at 632-0696.
Back on Tiger pregame, joined now by Coach Todd Rice. The Clay Center Tigers head into the Wamego Red Raiders tonight off of their second loss of the season. And I was trying to think of some things to kind of describe that last Friday night. Rainy comes to mind immediately, swamp-like, soaked. Maybe the best word is frustrating. It was a weird night, Coach, for you guys against the Marysville Bulldogs Friday in those conditions.
Yeah, it was, and just, I don't know, I guess you call it the perfect storm, in a lot of unfortunate ways. And, I think like we talked, anything you say kind of sounds like an excuse, but, it was less than ideal field conditions. And, obviously when we could not use our perimeter run game or passing game, we just did not have the ability to go straight at them. And, that's something obviously we got to get better at.
The rain just simply negated the speed the Tigers had, and it's something that you've exploited other teams with this year. And I know it was frustrating for all involved to see that happen, and then to get the field goal late. And really, I'd like to talk about your special teams tonight on pregame. First, Parker Folk stepping in and taking over as your long snapper. He's kind of forced into some tough duty.
He is, and Dylan Carlson's been doing that for us through the year, and right now he has an injury not allowing him to snap. So Parker just slid right in. I thought he did a great job on the punts and then obviously on that field goal late.
I'm going to go to the punting team real quickly. Connor Last has been really, really solid for you from the start. The sophomore, pretty cool under pressure out there.
Yeah, he is. And he had a couple catches. Parker gave him a couple high snaps, and kept him awake back there. And there was one or two that Connor, good thing he's got a pretty good little vertical jump. Went up, caught it down, got into his punt, and it was just a field position game. And Connor did a great job helping us out as we just kind of battled through that field position throughout the entire game.
You talked about the field goal. It comes in overtime, giving you guys the lead, the first points of that football game, and so many things have to happen for a field goal to be made in good conditions. For the night you had Friday, the snap, Hunter Mullen, will mention his name, the holder, and then Peyton Lane boots it through. That was a really electric moment in that football game.
It was, the run out, like you said, under those conditions, those elements, and to be able to execute that, and what a clutch play by, not just Peyton, but everybody on that team to go out and do that and, put ourselves in a position to take the lead.
As you move on to Wamego, Coach, you and I have talked about your guys, and you said the green light attitude, I think is how you termed it, meaning focus forward. You get the feel that your guys are focusing on what's to come and not worrying about what happened Friday night?
Yeah, I think so. We talked about that right when we came back. It's one thing to lose a game to somebody, but make sure you don't let that team beat you twice. And it was real important to get our mindset right and focus on the things that are in front of us. We're still in the middle of the NCKL race. Probably the loser of this game is probably eliminated. I think our guys are excited to play Wamego. We've had some tough, close contests with them the last couple of years, and hopefully we get a few of those things to go our way this year against them.
Let's talk about the Red Raider team a little bit. First thought maybe that comes to mind is big. I mean, they have tremendous size this year.
They do, and you see them across the front, and they're able to two-platoon a lot of different players. And, their size, I don't know where they keep getting them, but, they just kind of reload. And, they got a couple tackles in that 6'4", 270 range. They're definitely going to have a huge size advantage. So hopefully, the weather's going to allow us for our quickness, and then we just got to do a great job playing with a low pad level.
You look at their record as well, Coach, and outside looking in, maybe thinking, well, this team's really down. They lost some guys. They know a couple of names back. That's not the case. They've got some new guys that have moved in. They got some guys back that are leading the charge, and it seems like they're getting more and more comfortable each week.
I think so. And a couple weeks ago, they defeated Marysville 28-0, and so they've shown some flashes. They have a new head coach this year, and I think it's taken them a couple weeks to kind of work through their identity with some of the things that they're doing. But, I definitely have seen them really make some improvements in some areas. They will be the first team we've seen at the pass first team. They lead our league in passing. Their quarterback has an excellent arm and good athlete as well. And, I think they've had about 67% of their yards have come through the air this year.
Be a new twist for the Tigers because it has been a run-oriented system you've gone up against in the first 4 weeks of this season. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Good luck. Let's go get them tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
Back with more on pregame. Chet's Keys to the Game coming up next.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from oldie seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an oldie seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
I was going over paperwork in central office when in sauntered.
The name's Bond. I'm needing to lay low. I thought maybe selling office supply products would be a good disguise.
Well, we do offer great savings on items such as Laurel office furniture, desk, chairs, filing cabinets, and more, plus over 1,000 Business Source office supply items, house brands, but same great quality.
Perfect. And what do you think about this big rubber nose and mustache?
They'll never recognize you. Folks, for all your office furniture and supply needs, come see us at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a proud supporter of Tiger football.
Get to Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and test drive the 29-mile-per-gallon Ram truck and save during Ram Truck Month. Need an SUV? How about the 30-mile-per-gallon Jeep Grand Cherokee? For 47 years, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep has treated you like family because our family name is on the door. Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep on West Anderson in Manhattan or online at schrammcars.com. Go Tigers!
Marty here at Bud's Tire. Like the Tiger football team, we strive to be the best we can be. After 47 years of serving our community, we feel like we have a good handle on what the best application of tires would be for your vehicle. We also can handle all your mechanical needs. We have many tire brands with rebates from $50 to $140 back. Man, what a great deal. Stop in and see us at 410 Court or give us a call at 632-2135. Good luck to all the Tiger athletes, and go Tigers.
From Wamego, we welcome you to another Football Friday night. Our thanks to Coach Todd Rice for our pregame conversation, along with studio engineer Garrett Pearson, Kerry Carlson, the stats man in the state of Kansas, alongside Chet Carlson is in D.C. right now. So, Chet, if you're listening, we'll try to bring you home a victory. We've got Myron Converse, who has stepped in, as he has in the past few years, for us on a Football Friday as well. First off, welcome. You make a road trip to Wamego before a road trip to Stillwater tomorrow.
Yeah, both are kind of exciting. Hopefully we'll come in here and play with a little attitude tonight, take home the victory, and hopefully the Cats will do the same thing tomorrow night.
The first thing we will talk about is the weather, and in a good vein this week. Last week, that's all we could talk about because it really did dominate the story of that football game for the Tigers, who lost in overtime 6-3. Tonight, you couldn't ask for a better forecast for a Football Friday.
Not at all. The temperature is perfect. The wind's laid down. I kind of thought maybe the wind would be a little bit of a factor in the kicking game early, but perfect football conditions.
You know, you and I talked on the way over here tonight, Myron, and about this football game, and it lined up on paper. It's going to be really interesting. Maybe who can impose their will, the Tigers' running game and speed outside, or the passing game of Wamego. They're a pass-first team. The first time, really, the Tigers have faced that type of squad. And I said I think it's going to be really a barn burner, and you were hoping it would not be. And the thought process Byron had was that the Tigers would have that kind of that burn from last week and carry it over and kind of bring something back to the table.
Absolutely. You know, we're kind of getting we're into the middle of our league play. You know, we got to get our offense going. We got to get our defense solid. We're into district one more week with Abilene, right, and then we're right into districts, and that's when the season really starts. Even though we're playing for a league championship and pride right now, it's time to get things just settled and just get more unified.
Interesting note, I spoke with Balin Brumfield Sunday afternoon, and I said, you over Friday night? And he said, no, we're going to keep it with us until we go play another football game. And I said, I like the attitude. So kind of what Myron was alluding to. Captain's meeting at midfield right now. You have Lane Lively, Jacob Blackburn, Brady Milliken, and Gabe Ware as they meet the Red Raider captains. We'll see who wins the coin toss and who will have the football begin this Friday night in Wamego. We're back in just a moment.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you?
I want to mix things up a bit.
How about one of our delicious Reuben sandwiches? Loaded with your choice of tender corned beef or oven-roasted turkey breast.
I like where you're going with this.
They're fresh toasted with melty Swiss cheese and topped with sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. All on your choice of freshly baked bread.
Sounds perfect.
Coming right up. The Subway Reubens won't be here long, so try one today. Subway. Eat fresh.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
A new Farmway Co-op diesel fueling site opened in Clay Center at 516 6th Street, bringing a convenient, safe, and familiar Farmway fueling experience to the entire community. The diesel fuel site is open 24/7 with a Farmway fuel card or any major credit card. Customers can also use a Farmway fuel card at Bud's Tire and Ray's Apple Market, both fuel partners with Farmway Co-op. Farmway invites fleets and consumers in the area to experience it today.
Your partner in growth.
Back once again at Wamego. The captains are meeting right now. I'm going to have Kerry keep an eye on that for me to find out who's going to get the football, who has the opening toss. It is homecoming for the Red Raiders. I thought it was worth mentioning. They had the ceremonies before the football game, and it's Allie Lonker who was named the queen. She is the daughter of John and Mary Lonker. Many will know that name from around the Clay Center area. And Hunter Lowen, who transferred in from Riley County, it was the king winner on this homecoming Friday here in Wamego. Clay Center did win the toss. They defer, and Wamego will take the football to begin. The Tiger defense We'll see this passing attack of the Red Raiders come out early. Dylan Blaine, the quarterback, has thrown for 562 yards through 4 games, 52 of 86, 6 TDs, 2 interceptions. As a team, they have only rushed for 340 yards on the year. So they are a pass-first team.
And it kind of looks like an anomaly on paper because the offensive line is so impressive at size. They average probably 230, 235 across the board, but yet they're a passing team. They don't impose their will on the opposing defenses up front. So it'll be interesting to see tonight how we handle that. Our outside linebackers and corners and safeties will be pretty busy.
Be tested this evening, and up front, Myron's not lying. 220, 276. That's a sophomore, by the way, and Tyler Patrick. 172, their senior, and then 275, 273 on the right side of their line. They are big up front, and that goes on the offense and defensive side as well. Tigers will open up on defense in this football game. They'll start like this across the front row. Dylan Carlson at one end, Balin Brumfield at the other. Garrett Craig and Gavin Ware will both share time at one of the inside positions, and Parker Folks has really secured his position up front this year on both sides of football. The linebackers outside are Hunter Mullen and Adam Ebert. Gabe Ware and Jace Casper, the inside backers. And then you go to the backfield. Tyler Young, Peyton Lane, we'll see them both at corner at times throughout this ball game. Brady Milliken as well as a corner, and Lane Livey, the starting safety for Clay Center. We'll give you the offensive starting lineup for the Red Raiders. Once this kickoff is coming your way, the Tasty Pastry kickoff from Levi Fitzenmeyer. The left-footed kicker is going to take it down to about the 18-yard line. The return there by Jace Ward. He is hit, upended, and dropped by Gavin Ware as he takes it across the 25-yard line. So a good open field hit by Gavin Ware, drops Jace Ward on the return, and Wamego will start from their own 29-yard line. Here's how their offense looks. The quarterback we mentioned, Dylan Blaine, 6'2", 175, and a junior. Hunter Lowen is the running back, and then they have several they'll move in the backfield and around the perimeter. Jace Ward, Sam Wohler, Jacob Katzenberg, and Ethan Thomas, who is Blaine's favorite target outside. He has 4 touchdown catches this year. Shotgun snap, handoff underneath the Lowen on the first carry, and a tackle is going to be made. Gabe Ware made initial contact, and then we see Parker Folks, Balin Brumfield on the play, but that's a gain of about 5 on the first down carry.
So they came out and ran a little motion, and then ran a little counter trap inside there. Kind of surprising to see him come out and not test the water early.
Dylan Blaine, they do huddle, and then as they break huddle, he sends 3 to the left. It looks like he audibilizes to the right side of his line. Now puts Thomas in motion from left to right. He'll stagger in the backfield. Counter play started one side. Jabalian Brumfield is there to bring down the tackle. This will be a loss of yardage. It appeared to be a busted play. I called it a counter, but he turned and nobody was home to start.
The quarterback just went the wrong way. You can tell that they're not that confident in the running game. But they tried to run exactly the same play on the left side this time that they did on the right side first.
Third down and long after a loss of 2 on the tackle by Brumfield. Blaine from the gun. One back beside him. That's low. He'll fake there. Now throws out downfield. He's got a receiver. That's Thomas. An open field tackle by Peyton Lane, but it's a gain of 11, maybe 12 yards. They near the midfield stripe, and a very quick hitting pass from Blaine to Thomas.
Well, it was a really nice little play action fake and just hit the slot receiver in the swing.
Receiver Thomas has caught on the season 227 yards and 4 touchdowns. Quickly, Blaine and the team back to the line of scrimmage. He'll roll out left, wanting to pass again. Pressure coming, and it is knocked down by Jabalian Clowney Brumfield. Myron, tabbed that name by Hunter Mullen. How about that? I love the name.
He got nice penetration pursuit and got his hands up at the right time, batted the ball just what the defensive lineman's supposed to do.
Second down 10 now for the Red Raiders. They have the football at their own 46-yard line, 10:35 on the opening quarter clock, and it is stopped with the incompletion. Blaine has 3 receivers again left. Quick hitter out to the outside. He throws in the flat. Stephen Thomas gets toward the sideline, caught by Hunter Mullen, and he is going to stop him short of first down yardage. But Thomas at 6'1", 195, and a senior not only can get in space and get the ball caught, he can move after he catches it too.
Yeah, Hunter was really, the slot was really locked up on Hunter. Actually looked like he was holding it. And Hunter fought through and made a nice play on the outside.
So third down, a couple to go. Wamego, 3 straight pass plays. Blaine, this time hands off to Lowen underneath, and he staggers outside, now gets around the corner, and he's going to pick up the first down. He'll take it to Clay Center's 40-yard line, never goes to the ground, but the pile stops him after a gain of about 4 or 5.
Yeah, Wamego pulled the left guard. They ran a little trap play. They had some big bodies moving out front.
The Tigers actually had it stuffed, and Lowen actually backed up and then popped outside around the end and was able to get good yardage. 1st and 10 now for the Red Raiders once again. Blaine lines up from that gun. That's the normal formation. He will sprint, draw it left. Option play, pitches late. Ball is caught on the pitch by Tyson Lowen, and he is tripped up immediately, but it's still a pretty good carry on the first down. A gain of actually only a couple on the play, second down long. He fell forward about 5 yards, but he was actually down just a yard forward.
Yeah, the outside linebacker corner really played a good two-man game.
Second down 9. Football is at the Tiger 39-yard line. Hunter Lowen stands beside Dylan Blaine, the quarterback. Shotgun snap. He'll hand it off to Lowen. He is hit immediately by Gavin Ware. Big-time play in the middle. Getting help from big brother Gabe Ware on the play. They tag team on the tackle. It's a gain maybe of a half a yard, 3rd down and long.
Yeah, if he doesn't split the screen to make the tackle, they'd release 3 linemen downfield, and they had a convoy.
3rd down 9. Gavin Ware made that initial contact. Gabe Ware finished it off. Blaine looking to the sideline for the call. 3rd and long at the Tiger 39. Back to pass. Fires out downfield. It's tipped. It is picked off and taken by Peyton Lane. He'll return it out across the 30-yard line, across the 35, and knocked down there. Tip drill to perfection for the sophomore.
Absolutely. The quarterback was just a little high behind the receiver. And, receivers, anytime you tip that ball up in the air, it's not a good thing.
Second interception of the year for the Tigers, but again, they haven't faced a team that really likes to throw until tonight. Lane Lively has that other pick, and now adds Peyton Lane to that list on the tip drill. 1st and 10 Tigers as Cade Wallace goes in under center. In motion, Tyler Young from right to left now stops behind his running back Gabe Ware. Now the Tigers look to the sideline to readjust the call. 1st and 10 on the opening possession here for Clay Center. A huge turnover forced to begin this football game for Clay Center's defense. Here's Wallace. This time he will hand off underneath, and we've got motion, I believe, against the Tigers. It looks like 2 guys moved, or was it delay of game?
I didn't see the guy waving his hand in the back.
It's a while to get to the line of scrimmage in the playoff. Is that illegal hands? Illegal substitution, it had to be. I didn't see somebody go off the field, but they didn't. Odd coming out of that long of a time.
Illegal equipment.
Legal equipment. Okay, somebody's chin strap was knocked out.
Mouthpiece. Yeah, that was.
So it backs them up 5 yards. Still 1st down. Football now at the Tigers' own 31.
Well, another big key tonight may be ball security. That's getting that first turnover huge.
Wallace under center. He will work it left side. Pitches off to Tyler Young on an option play. Sheds 1 tackler. Now to the sideline. Dives forward. Gets the bulk of that 5 yards they lost in the penalty back. It'll be 2nd down and 11 or 12 left to go. We'll call it a gain of 3.
Wamego did a nice job of pursuit. They had plenty of tacklers out there. They're just running that option to the near side of the field. Just doesn't leave a lot of room to turn that corner and get up the field.
That short side toward the Tigers sideline, they called that just a gain of 1, really. 2nd down, still 14 to go. 2 receivers right, Brumfield. The wideout slotted right is Young. Also Milliken off to the left side. But now it is going to be a pitch right. Little shake and bake move by Adam Ebert, and nowhere to go. The Red Raider defense right there on the play. Tigers trying to stretch it from left and now to right, but both times Wamego's been there to stand it up. 3rd down, still 12 to go.
Wamego's kind of got their ears pinned back. They got us a little bit. They got us backed up a little bit on down and distance. We're pretty aggressive with the ball.
Milliken is the receiver right side. That's the short side of the field. Tight end left is Balin Brumfield. Wing backs to both sides. And Gabe Ware, the running back behind Cade Wallace. They'll move in under center, McCade Melius. Tigers put 2 in motion. That's going to be another penalty. And it's a good run for Gabe Ware as he nears 1st down yardage. But they're going to bring this one back because both wing backs started in motion at the same time for Clay Center.
Yeah, leadership. I'm a little bit surprised at the officials as well as did.
I was too, because it happened before the snap.
Yeah.
Instead, the run for the Tigers will give Wamego a decision. It would be 4th and short at around the 46-yard line or 3rd down and 17, and I'll be shocked if the Red Raiders don't take the penalty. Then they will take the yardage and give the Tigers another 3rd down.
Well, even with kind of a busted play, it's encouraging that we found the seam there. We're able to get 13 yards up the middle. As impressive as Wamego's offensive line was, their defensive line is equally as that.
Yeah, without a doubt. They've got a big man in the middle that takes up a lot of space, and Casey Fay, and he is 275, a senior at 6'2", and you do not miss him up on the defensive line. Cade Wallace, 3rd down 17, Young in motion. They will give it off underneath again, and a short yardage play. Red Raiders stuffed this right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, Cade Wallace did pull that out to keep it, but no gain on the play, and Connor Last will be called on here to punt for the Tigers.
Ball security, we held on to it. Series for series. So far, not much of a shootout.
Without a doubt. Both teams, Wamego really shot themselves in the foot on the turnover. Now the Tigers unable to really move the football, 4th and long. Connor Last stands back inside his own 20-yard line. Parker pokes the long snapper. Good snap here. Last, end-over-end kick that's going to be caught by Jace Ward, then bobbled, then picked up. He's across the midfield stripe and driven out of bounds on the sideline. Tackle is going to be made by the Tigers on that sideline by Brandon Loader. Broke down and drove him out, but Jace Ward did a really nice job on what I could have seen bouncing and then having a good kick. He took that bounce away and got a good return.
That's just started on the run, even though he bobbled it.
1st down and 10, 32 yards on that return that time. On the punt, and then the return could have been about a 50-yarder had it bounced, I think. Here's a carry for Hunter Lowen again. The Tigers again do a great job stuffing it up inside, and that is Gavin Ware underneath, Balin Brumfield from the outside. It'll be no gain, 2nd down 10.
Well, that first series, it looked like we were a little bit nervous. Like we just weren't, maybe we're amped up. Who knows? Our defense looks pretty settled right now.
2nd down 10 for Wamego. 6:15 to work. We're in the opening period. No score. Red Raiders back inside, Tigers into the field. Dylan Blaine, the quarterback, puts Thomas in motion from left to right. They'll hand off to the receiver. He goes to the outside. Hunter Mullen looked like he was held on the outside there, and Thomas able to get to the sideline and pick up 10, maybe 11 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for Wamego. I just happened to be spotted on the outside linebacker, Mullen, and the block that was made was a great block, but I think he may have held him to get Thomas free outside.
He took advantage of the rules, let's say it that way.
Diplomatic call, Myron. I like that.
Wamego just ran that little jet sweep from left to right.
Well, we've got a whistle stop, and a flag is down before we even get going. The flag on the opposite side of the field, you would think that's something the Tigers pointed out, and it is against Wamego, and it's a procedure before they even got up to the football.
It's an alignment issue with the right guard and right tackle. They're either not on the line or they're too close to the line of scrimmage. Right. The official came in and pointed directly at those two guys. So either they must have been over the ball.
1st down 15, ball back to the 40 of Play Center. Blaine, play action, throws out to the left side. He has Thomas. Adam Ebert drives him out of bounds, but a good stiff arm by Thomas gets him to the sideline and out. And a good gain again, picking up the 5 yards lost. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Wamego runs that kind of quick hitting passes. They're looking for yak.
Right, yards after the catch. And they've got him. I said a gain of, got the yardage back and then some. It's now 2nd down 7, so it was a gain of 8 on the play. And Ethan Thomas, you can tell, is who Dylan Blaine looks for every time. Now he throws out right side, has a receiver. Catch is going to be made inside the 25-yard line. That was Tyson Lowen. No correction. That catch was made by Sam Wohler. And Wohler makes the catch and was tackled immediately. But it's a 1st down gain again for Wamego.
He just ran a little stop, a little go and stop, a little hitch pattern. When you're out on the island by yourself, you can't get PT. And obviously this quarterback's got the arm to do it.
Blaine, the junior, back to pass again. No hands off underneath. Tyson Lowen, he gets the block almost free. Chase Casper will make the tackle, but Lowen gets inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line, and very close to 1st down yardage. It will be just shy of moving the chains again for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, they got to spread out a little bit. This ran a little draw play, almost a draw counters with Love.
They really was behind his running back, and they wrapped that football up around into his midsection and gave him the run. Second down short. And again, this is Tyson Lowen. Works and weaves behind his blockers. He's going to be stood up, and he gets inside the 15, and that's enough for the Red Raider first down and 10 as they move it to Clay Center's 13-yard line, it appears.
So it looks like the Wamego's maybe got a little confidence in the running game tonight. I think they're just trying to take advantage of size.
And they do have size. And the Tigers small to begin with. I mean, we've talked about that before the season. Their speed is what has been able to keep them in and win games for them. First down and 10 at the Tiger 13. Blaine. He will hand it off to Thomas. Bubbles back in the backfield. Now he gets outside left and just simply trips and falls right back at the line of scrimmage. So the Tigers get a real break because Thomas had avoided the first rush of defense and was getting outside with a blocker and just tripped himself.
Well, Gabe Ware and Brumfield did a heck of a job making him bump. He was coming straight down the line of scrimmage, and they both got penetration and made him run backwards 2 or 3 yards, and when he did, he lost the balance.
Now second down and 10. Blaine. He will hand off underneath. This is Hunter Lowen. He's got some room inside the 5-yard line near the first down marker. A gain of 9, it looks like. I don't think he's going to move the chains on that play, but it's third down now in short for the Red Raiders with 3:38 to work, and they go quick to the line of scrimmage. Blaine from the gun, handoff again, and there's first down, a little bit more, and down inside the 2-yard line goes to carry this trip, and now Wamego again rushing back to the line of scrimmage. They went quick on third and short. Now first and goal, they are set to work, although Blaine looks to the sideline. So the Tigers have a little bit more time to set. Now Blaine up under center, quarterback keep, dives left, and he is in. Wamego goes on the board first. 3:20 mark, opening quarter, 6-0 Wamego. So the Red Raiders punched in. It was a Dylan Blaine quarterback keep, and you got to be impressed by the discipline of Wamego to be a passing team, and then when it gets to third and short and first and goal, they were up on the line in a hurry.
Yeah.
The extra point try now coming by David Petchkowski. The snap is there, the hold is down, the kick up and through, and Wamego owns a 7-0 lead. 3:17 to work in this first period. Tigers trail 7-0. We're back right after this.
Winter will be here before you know it. Now is the perfect time to schedule a propane tank inspection and fill by the professionals at Propane Central. Whether you use propane at your home, farm, or business, you can be sure you are getting the best value with Propane Central. Call today or visit them online at propanecentral.com.
Propane Central, leader, innovator, and friend.
Crop Production Services offers the best quality corn and soybean seed lineup that truly fit your acres and the way you farm. Year after year, top-performing brands such as Asgrow, DeKalb, Dynagrow, and Mycogen turn top yields in field trials. Get expert agronomic advice, responsive service, and consistent fair pricing from Crop Production Services. Early cash and volume discounts and financing options available. Visit with Pat, Josh, Doug, and Sheldon for all your corn and soybean seed needs.
So the Red Raiders take a short field. Connor Last had a good punt. Jace Ward, you got to give him some credit for making the catch on that punt to put him inside Tigers into the field. And they really got some things working in the running game, complemented by a couple of pass plays, and they take it in on a quarterback keep by Dylan Blaine at 7-0.
Well, Wamego gets an advantage by spreading us out.
Tigers back to receive the kickoff. Hunter Mullins going to take it back inside his 20-yard line. Tries to get by a tackler and actually does break through a little wall and gets it out across the 25 out to around the 28-yard line, but the Tiger offense will take over again. Hey, coming up at halftime, the Cloud County Community College halftime show. Going anywhere starts at Cloud County Community College. Get your start on a college degree at an affordable option close to home. Cloud County Community College invites you to complete the online and free application for admission. Learn more today at cloud.edu. We appreciate them being our halftime sponsor. By the way, we'll hear from Brady Milligan, Jacob Blackburn, and Coach Rice at halftime. Tigers with football here, down 7-0, 3:10 to go opening quarter. Cade Wallace, pitch out right side. Here's Young trying to turn the corner. Now cuts it back inside, and feet slipped out from underneath of him, and then he was tackled immediately on the outside by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, it looked like Cade may have gotten stepped on a little bit, got his feet tangled up, and that pitch didn't come out perfectly clean, but so far it looks like we're doing a little bit of slipping and sliding around.
Well, Tyler May with the cut, when he planted, you could just see the dust skirt up as his feet almost went out from underneath of him. 2nd down and 9. They could get a yard on the play. Cade Wallace gets the ball from the sideline. He has 2 receivers left. That's the right side of the field. Gabe Ware behind him, and one receiver off to the right as well. Wallace to pass for the first time. Squares the shoulders. Finds Phelan Brumfield. Passes there. Brumfield, yards after the catch. Now breaks away to the midfield stripe. Still on his feet. Just Bailey and Clowney. Brumfield going to take this football to the Red Raider 37-yard line. Big-time play. Wallace on the money, but how about the run, the yards after catch by Brumfield?
He wasn't going down. he wasn't going down. He battled 20 yards on that. 20 yards just all on the side.
Balin Brumfield the catch, and then an incredible run after, breaking tackle after tackle. Now the Tigers in business at the Red Raider 37-yard line. Here's Wallace. Keeps it right, pitches late, almost to a defender. Adam Ebert makes a heck of a catch with Jace Ward all over him, covering up the option back. And Ebert really had to battle to keep possession of the football.
Well, Jace and Ebert just about had a little wrestling match here after the play of the ball.
Jace Ward, that is, for Wamego. Spelt the same as Jace Casper, by the way. 2nd down and 12 yards to go. They're backed up to just outside the Red Raider 40-yard line. 2nd down, call it 13 to go. With the Tigers with a look to the sideline for the call. Cade Wallace in under center. Young goes in motion right to left. They'll hand off underneath to Gabe Ware. He's got some room to run. Gabe Ware's in the open field. He may be gone. To the 5-yard line goes Gabe Ware. No flag. Touchdown Tigers. The Hick from the sticks takes it in from 41 yards out.
I think that was the play that we got 13 yards on earlier that they come back. It was just a little quick hitter inside, their little seam. Their linebackers are not honoring the dive very well right now.
How about an answer for the Tigers? A big pass play and run after by Balin Brumfield, and then Gabe Ware gets free for his first touchdown of the year. He has handled the ball through the middle, had to carry so much of the load last week with the rainy conditions, and now he punches one through. Peyton Lane on to try to tie it up with the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. And we are tied at 7-7. A minute 16 left to work in your opening quarter. 7-7 tie here in Wamego. The Tigers will kick it off when we come back.
Headphones, cell phones, portable drives, wireless keyboards, and more. Radio Shack offers awesome tech solutions for everyday use. From batteries and memory cards to auto connectors and cables, you'll find exactly what you're looking for, plus a wide variety of accessories to upgrade your digital equipment. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, enabling everyone to find what they need to connect and power their lives. Downtown Clay Center.
Todd from Wall's True Value here, and I want to share a comment from a customer. This customer told me, "I don't know what I would do without your store. You really make my life easier." Well, that type of praise is great, but it also makes us aware that we need to live up to a pretty high standard. We hope that you will experience exceptional service and value when shopping for paint, lumber, hardware, and appliances with us. Come see us at Wall's True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
7-7 tie, minute 16 to work here in this opening quarter. Gabe Ware the touchdown run, but Balin Brumfield really set that up, and Harry Carlson just told us it was a 10-yard pass play, 28 yards of running after the catch. Now the kickoff's going to bounce by the return man, gathered back inside the 15, return to the right side, and the tackle is going to be made across the 20. Actually, the tackle finally called, the run called to a stop, as Jace Ward did not go to the ground on that return. But Tigers, what an answer to come back after seeing Wamego really just march down the field, and a quick hitter that time for the Tigers, 2 big plays.
Absolutely, right up the middle. I think that they're, when you start to look at our stats, Gabe's stats were great coming into this game. So, they may be keying on some of our other backs, and that'll open up some things inside. Now, on defense, we got to get the right side fixed a little bit. They're just simply kicking us out with their tackle and blocking down with the guard and open at the seam.
Thomas starts in motion. Now they hand off underneath. This is Hunter Lowen. Starts right or left. Goes back right. Parker Folks will make the tackle. But again, a good first down run by Hunter Lowen, the senior for the Red Raiders.
So if we go right back to what worked on that last drive, when they're running twins, that takes our outside linebacker and gets him out away from that defensive position. He's really null and void in the running game.
Dylan Blaine marches down the right side of his line, almost out to his wide receiver, giving them some information. Now he's set for the shotgun snap. High snap, and he brings it down. Lowen again, this time coming left side. Mullen slows him down. Lane Libby in on the play. Garrett Craig in there as well. And Dalen Brumfield came to help out, and it'll be a short yardage gain this time. Great job by Hunter Mullen. Didn't get the tackle, but he kept him in space for the Tigers to come make a play.
Yeah, absolutely crashed from the outside in. Made him bounce. Again. Anytime you make a running back bounce, it gives the other defenders time to come make the play.
Blaine set to work, third down, a yard to go, and we have a timeout taken. Red Raiders. Oh, quarter break is here. Thank you, Myron. That is zeros on the first quarter clock. We're tied at 7. Quarter break. Wamego will have third down and a yard when we return.
For students looking for stress-free, convenient banking, the Citizens National Bank offers a student checking account. When you open your student checking account with CNB, you'll have all the benefits to make banking easy, such as a debit card, online banking with e-alerts, and mobile banking with a branded CNB app. Your smartphone is a great tool to access your account and monitor your daily transactions and balance. Stop by after class and look into the student checking at the Citizens National Banking Clay Center. Member FDIC.
You're not sure what's for dinner until you walk by the deli department at Ray's Apple Market, and those mouth-watering aromas stop you dead in your tracks, luring you toward the deli window to see the savory selections. Golden crisp Chester chicken, savory baked chicken, juicy, tender chicken strips, and all the nutritious vegetables and tasty sides to complete your hot meal to go. You know what's for dinner. It's something fresh, hot, and delicious from the deli at Ray's Apple Market.
Red Raiders got the first punch in tonight. The Tigers came right back at them, and it's a 7-7 ball game. Gabe Ware, a 40-yard TD run, tied it when Peyton Lane came on and knocked in the extra point. Now Wamego from their own end of the field. You know, their last two possessions have been short field situation. Now it's a third and short. Hunter Lowen goes right side. He's going to have first down yardage. Had to stretch it out a little bit to get there, but he does get to the 35. First and 10. Wamego will move the chains. Still on their end of the field. We've just started the second quarter in a 7-7 tie.
Yeah, Wamego's using the field to spread our defense out, making our outside linebackers really have to cover a lot of space.
Tigers stretched out, as Myron mentioned. And now Wamego's got an equipment problem in the backfield, so they're working on, is it their quarterback, Dylan Blaine? No, that was Hunter Lowen who had the equipment problem. They have him fixed up, ready to go. First and 10, Wamego from their own 35-yard line. 11:40 to go, first half.
The helmet probably did that well. The ball head's all swollen up after getting elected king.
Winning the king, yeah, that's right. Along with Allie Longer, who was the queen winner here at Wamego on their homecoming. Just underway in the second, Wamego forced into a timeout. They looked confused, and the coach said, let's just talk it over. We'll take a break here as well. You're listening to Clay Center Tiger Football on 100.9.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from Oldie Seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an Oldie Seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
Beautiful night for football here at Wamego. The Clay Center Tigers tied at 7-7 as we begin this second quarter. 11:33 to go in the half. And first-year head coach Lee Weber for the Wamego Red Raiders getting out to his team on a timeout when you can see about half the team looking to the sideline with palms in the air, like, what are we doing right now? And so he calls the timeout. 1st and 10. Blaine will run it himself left side. Actually, that's Thomas in the backfield, and Balin Brumfield out of nowhere. And a tackle in the backfield, a tackle for a loss. Almost a wildcat-type formation, if you will, Myron, because they put Thomas as the quarterback, sprint, drive to the left side, and Balin Brumfield came out of nowhere.
Boy, he just split the guard and the tackle, and he was a headhunter there.
2nd down, 14. It's a loss of 4 on the play. So the first big defensive play at the line of scrimmage, I think I would say. They had the turnover earlier on a tip pass that Peyton Lane brought in. That's a loss of 4 yards. Now Blaine back to pass. Throws across the middle, and that may have been tipped because it missed Thomas badly. And we've seen Blaine throwing up. He doesn't miss badly, it doesn't look like to me.
No, he missed it by 4 or 5 yards, it looks like. He may have just thrown it in the dirt. I didn't see anybody with their hands up, but we'll give somebody credit for a tip.
Why not? Yeah, 3rd down, 14. Tigers defensively, Tyler Young to one side of the corner. You have Adam Ebert split out there as that outside linebacker. And then Peyton Lane, Hunter Mullen off to the left side covering. Here's Blaine back to pass. Now pressure into the pocket. Now fires on the move. The ball is tipped away by Lane Lively. The safety comes up and bats it away. It's 4th down and long.
He was awfully close to the line of scrimmage, and he comes up limping after he throws that ball. That could be a really good thing for us.
That was my first thought. Was he across the line when he let it go? And he must not have been because no official even thought about making that call, but he is very gingerly coming to the sideline. You can see he's in pain as he stands over there. But what about Magic Lively stepping up, timing it perfectly to get a hand up there, and the big guy knocks it down. 4th down and long.
Yeah, we ran a little stun up front, which kind of opened up a little bit of the seam, and at first it looked like he was going to scramble through it and tried to fit it the seam down the middle.
Tyler Young and Hunter Mullen back to receive the punt. High, wobbly kick. Tyler Young calls for a fair catch and will gather it in at the 30-yard line. He can see pressure coming in those red jerseys and made the fair catch call. The Tigers do get the football back, though, now tied at 7-7. Play center will send that offensive line out there. Dylan Carlson, Jacob Blackburn to one side. McCade Melius, the center. To the right side is Parker Folkeson, Jace Casper. And that last time out, they gave Cade Wallace enough time to hit Balin Brumfield for a big-time play and then really open things up for Gabe Ware on that 40-yard scamper for a touchdown that tied it. Tigers with a football. Wingbacks to both sides. One receiver off to the right. In motion comes Adam Ebert. O'Reilly Griggs in motion. They hand off again to Gabe Ware. Not much there, but 2 or 3 yards on the first down carry and a flag at the end of that play where the run was stopped.
It's in the defensive backfield. So
my first thoughts, it could have been a hold, I guess, toward the end of the run. They're taking a look at the officials who they're talking to, and it is a holding call against play center. Well, this is a bit of a decision if you're Wamego. You take the yardage, give them a down. They only got 2 yards on the play. The Red Raiders are having that option explained to them by the White Hat as we speak. And we'll also mention, we talked about Dylan Blaine coming out after that last pass that was incomplete. He is back in there defensively for the Red Raiders, so obviously able to go without any problem. And the Red Raiders will take the penalty and make it 1st down and 15 rather than what would have been 2nd down and 8. 10.5 to go in this opening half. I was thinking the same thing as you, Myron. Tigers get an extra down. They just lose 5 yards. Cade Wallace looks off to his left. Brady Milliken, the receiver, off to that side. Wallace will turn right and will hand it off. Ware breaks a tackle, drags a Red Raider across the 35, nearly picks up the first down yardage. Now you get 2nd down and 3 or 4 to go. And how about the Hick from the sticks, making money up the middle right now?
Boy, he really kept his feet moving nice. I mean, he good work, really good work.
2nd down, we'll call it 4. That means it's a gain of 11 on the play for Gabe Ware. That was a 1st down carry on 1st and 15. 9:40 to go, first half, a 7-7 tie. Balin Brumfield, the receiver, off the line now to the left, and the receiver to the right as well. I believe that's Milliken. Gabe Ware behind quarterback Cade Wallace. In motion goes Ebert from left to right. Wallace underneath, keeps it, pulls it out, dives ahead, and has the first down yardage. Cade, Murph, Wallace able to punch forward and come up with the first down as Tiger is in the backfield, down and hurt, slow to get up. I saw the Red Raiders sideline react as if they had made something happen like the ball had come loose, but Cade Wallace has the first down. They moved the chains, and I do not see the number on who is hurt.
I can't tell who it is
for the Tigers. It was in the backfield. We'll take a timeout, find out who that is. Tigers have it 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. You're listening to Clay Center Tiger football on KCLY.
Farming is the root of the American economy, and at Ford Motor Company, they're dedicated to building a truck that is more than capable, always reliable, and efficient day in and day out. Owners who have put them to the test have reported Ford trucks outperform other trucks, both on and off the road. They appreciate the power of a V8 engine with the economy and efficiency of a V6, thanks to the EcoBoost technology. Get it done with a Ford F-150 truck from Hanson Ford in Clay Center. At Ford, they own work.
Girton Propane has provided quality service and employment opportunities for over 60 years. Girton is always on the lookout for exceptional company and owner-operator drivers to join their team. If you're a top-notch driver, call Andy at 800-232-0170. Girton transports liquid commodities throughout the 48 states with an emphasis in the Midwest. Girton is committed to excellence, safety, and quality service. Join the Girton team. Call 800-232-0170.
Well, the injured Tiger was Gabe Ware. The good news is Gabe was up and walking off under his own accord to the sideline, but he is out for this play at least. Tigers did get the first down with a carry by Cade Wallace. 1st down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Balin Brumfield again, the receiver, off to the left. Under center, Cade Wallace. Adam Ebert now behind him at the running back. Pitch out left for Tyler Young. Gets around the corner. No, he will not get around the corner. Looked like he was going to turn it up. There were defenders waiting for him, but then he was caught as he tried to find a seam to go through and tackled in the backfield, a loss of 2. And the Red Raiders really stretched that out to where he was trying to read and go. And now Wamego has a player that's down on the field.
Yeah, Wamego's got their corners forcing upfield really hard. Whenever we go in motion like that, they're already 2 or 3 yards across the line of scrimmage. It's going to make that little toss sweep pretty tough for us, unless we figure out how to get that corner blocked.
2nd down 12. Again, the Red Raiders, an injured player. We'll take another time out here. There's 8:42 left first half. Tied at 7. Tigers have it at their own 40, 2nd and 12 when we return.
What's next after harvest? Central Valley Ag suggests fall weed control.
Some of those weeds are winter annual weeds, and the best time for us to get a hold of those is by controlling those in the fall.
CVA agronomist Mike Swingman says getting rid of weed patches now can add profit next year.
So you have a clean seed bed to start next year.
Clean fields mean better yields. Control your weeds this fall for a better harvest next year. Contact Central Valley Ag right away.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first.
Justin Ebert was the injured player for the Wamego Red Raiders. He was able to get up and move off the field. It appeared to be just shaken up right now as they talk to him on the sideline. Tigers have it 2nd and 12 from their own 40-yard line. Wallace has his line ready. Now looks to the sideline, checks left as the players look at their wristbands. In motion goes Tyler Young. Takes the pitch, back to pass. Wallace with pressure, fires out in the flats. What a catch from Adam Ebert. Now he breaks by a tackler to the sideline. Finally brought down at the Red Raider 32-yard line. A tremendous touch by the 39-time All-Star Murph Wallace. But how about the catch from Adam Ebert in traffic, Byron?
Absolutely. Just a little over the shoulder. Cade was kind of running for his life a little bit there. And threw it just perfectly, only where Adam could catch it, and Adam made a nice, strong run afterwards.
29-yard gain for the Tigers, and they have it 1st and 10 now in Wamego territory. Left side, it's a handoff underneath. This will be, I believe, Ebert with the carry. He is in that fullback position with Gabe Ware still off on the sideline. It's a short yardage, 1st down carry by the Atom Bomb, Adam Ebert, and what a catch that was. In traffic, over his head, finding it, and then gathering it, and then breaking a tackle to get 29 yards out of it.
Absolutely. He didn't want to go down at all.
2 yards on this first down carry, so 2nd and 8. Hunter Mullen now in a wingback for the Tigers with Ebert in the backfield behind Wallace, and then you have Young, a wingback to the right, and a receiver to both sides. Young goes in motion. Hand off underneath to Ebert. Almost broke a tackle. Shoestring catch of the right foot of Ebert, or he was maybe gone. He has got tremendous speed. I was telling Myron in part of the conversation we had last week with Tyler Young, who could catch him of the Clay Center Tigers. And he said Adam Ebert's as close as anybody. He's got great speed.
Just need to get him a little crease.
Exactly. 3rd down 6. They almost had it there. Brumfield, the receiver, left. Milliken off to the right side. Same formation as the last as Cade Wallace steps in under center. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Young starts in motion. Instead, Wallace is going to keep it. I get to the outside. Gets the first down yardage a little bit more as he takes it to the 15-yard line for the Tigers. It's 1st down and 10.
Cade made a nice little cut outside and then diverted a little bit further outside. The only thing I didn't like about at the end of the play, he turns his back to the defender and kind of opens himself up for a big hit.
Cade Wallace, that he's so heady. We know that. He's ran this game forever. Made the great read. It almost looked like he made that read, made the move, and then he's wanting to read again. There was nobody there. He had open grass for a little bit.
Yeah.
1st down and 10 Tigers. It's at the Wamego 16-yard line is where they marked him down. Wallace, handoff underneath. Ebert spins off a tackle, and now we'll move forward for maybe a yard's gain. He had to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage this time.
You know, Cade does such a good job of running this offense that, you know, you just hate to expose them too much.
Sure, I understand.
It's kind of like the game's to be tomorrow.
6:03 to work. Yeah, Oklahoma State understands the non-depth they can't have a quarterback, right?
Absolutely.
2nd down 10. Milliken goes wide right. Brumfield off to the left. Tigers at the Wamego 16-yard line, tied at 7. 2nd quarter action. Here is a play underneath. Wallace keeps it. Now tucks it underneath. Gets inside the 10, inside the 5. And that will be 1st and 10 again for the Tigers. And how about Murph making the read, this time going left, and this time falls forward in that run?
Absolutely. When nobody comes up and makes him pitch that ball, he does a nice job of picking the seam and cutting straight upfield.
5.5 to work, first half, tied at 7. Tigers threatening. 1st down and goal at the Wamego Red Raider 5-yard line.
He did some nice east-west running there.
Yeah, no doubt. Ebert again, the running back behind Wallace with Ware out in this drive. Here's Wallace again. Pulls it out of the belly of Ebert and falls forward. Maybe a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 3. A big offensive line. You'll love this. Jacob Blackburn last week at the pep rally tabbed them IHOP because they're making lots of pancake blocks out there. We need some more IHOP work right now for the big fellas up front.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're doing a pretty good job of handling Wamego's size up front.
Wamego's so big. We've talked about it. If you didn't join us early, 272, 276, 220, as the list goes on and on their line. 2nd down goal for the Tigers. Here's Wallace. Again, hands off underneath to Ebert. Did he get there? No. In fact, may have been brought down near the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. So they call this no gain, 3rd and goal, still at the 3. 4:18 to work, 2nd quarter. Tigers threatening here. They had it 1st and goal at the 5. 2 runs later, they're faced with 3rd down and goal at the 3.
Don't be surprised to see a little option game here.
Here's Wallace under center. In motion, Mullen works it left. Wallace keeps it, dives forward. Did he get there this time? Yes! Tigers in. Touchdown, Clay Center. Cade Wallace takes it in left side behind Dylan Carlson and Jacob Blackburn. And the Tigers have taken the lead with 3:56 to work in this first half.
There again, they had a little fake inside. Cade just came around the corner, saw the seam, got his button in. So good job.
Now the extra point try coming from Peyton Lane with the Tigers on top now, 13-7. Lane lines it up. Mullen is the holder. Parker Folks the long snapper. Hold is down. Kick on its way, and he puts a boot in this one. splitting the uprights for Peyton Lane. 2 for 2 tonight for PAT. The Tigers now lead 14-7. 3:56 to work, second quarter here in Wamego. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
Twin Valley is proud to announce their free Twin Valley Wi-Fi zone, available to all fans at Unruh Stadium. With Twin Valley Wi-Fi, you can share the moments from the game with all your friends and family. Listen to the game on the KCLY app, post Instagram pics, tweet updates of the game, and update Facebook all for free without using your valuable cellular data. Enjoy the game and go Tigers from your friends at Twin Valley.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer.
Or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tigers lead 14-7. 13 play, 70-yard drive, capped off by the Cade Wallace touchdown run of 2 yards off that left side. Interesting note from Kerry Carlson. I'll get to you on that drive in just a moment. Levi Fitzenmeyer with a tasty pastry kickoff is going to be taken, and they're wanting to reverse it. It is a handoff. It stays on the same side. Design play, obviously. Meyer and Jace Ward had to come up, staggered to catch the ball, started to run, then turned around and went back to the other back to hand it off to, and they really didn't get much extra out of that.
No, it really wasn't very deceptive because all the blocking was coming to this side. You know, I think if Jace just takes the ball and gets upfield, he gets another 7 or 8 yards beyond where they're at right now.
I'll give credit to Ward on a punt and now a kickoff. He's caught it in the air when I thought it was going to bounce, and he saved him some yards in that respect. First down and 10, Dylan Blaine in at quarterback for the Red Raiders. And he will hand off to Hunter Lowe and underneath. Riley Griggs got the first contact, and then a tackle made at the end of that play by Jace Casper. The freak ended up finishing it off. Griggs did a good job of turning inside. Back to that drive for the Tigers, Harry Carlson, our statistician, saying Play Center had not converted a third down this entire first half until that drive, and they converted 2, including third down and goal for the touchdown. That was a 4-yard gain, second down 6. Pass play out in the flats left side. This is Thomas again. Hunter Mullen did a good job to try to get to him and just couldn't make the tackle. He danced with his blocker, then got outside, but Thomas good enough speed to turn the sideline.
Yeah, they throw that ball about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage and try to get to the edge. You know, and they've got pretty good team speed too.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, they definitely do. Big Bubba's up front and then some speedsters out around the perimeter, and they use them well. 14-7, now with 3:14 to work. Wamego with 3 receivers now split off to the right side for Blaine. Back to pass again. Rolls out right, still looking downfield, throws toward the sideline. Pass is going to be bobbled. Peyton Lane came in and put a pop on the receiver, Sam Wohler, but he'd already started to bobble it, and the ball went to the turf, so it's second down and long.
You know, Wamego doesn't look to throw a 30-yard offense.
Right.
It's more like West Coast offense. They're trying to throw, you know, somewhere up to about 10 yards and exploit the ability to run the ball after they catch it.
You can even look at their longest pass plays of the year. Won't tell you much because it's all yards after the catch like they're talking about. Second down, 10. Blaine puts Thomas in motion. They will hand off to him, and they do here. Trying to get outside. Brumfield fights him toward the sideline, and he's run out of bounds by Hunter Mullen. And Mullen's going to be flagged for a late hit as Thomas ends up on the track at the end of that tackle. And Hunter had him in great position. Brumfield chased him to the sideline. Mullen had him wrapped and was driving him out, and it was right in front of us, Meyer, and it was a good call. Mullen gave him a push when they got near the bench.
Oh, they were 3 or 4 yards out of bounds, and Hunter, I'm sure, is just frustrated.
Sure.
You know, he's been held all night. He's having to play way out on the edge. He's not getting his nose in there like he wants to. It just boiled over a little bit, you know, and you can see it coming.
Nothing malicious,
no,
but it was late.
It was late.
That's why they had to call it.
But he had a hold of him inbounds, and they just traveled straight out of bounds. And if Hunter just let go of him, nothing would have been called. But Hunter gave him a shot,
And I don't know if he, the arms extend, you have to call that. And Thomas either really did get pushed or pretty good actor, because he did go all the way onto the track and was slow to get up for a moment. He's back in there now, no problem. Tyson Lowen now with the carry left side. He will get it to the Tigers' 35-yard line, and here come the Red Raiders trying to get a bounce-back score of their own with Clay Center leading 14-7.
They're back trying to exploit whatever they found on that left side, where they're taking their tackle. They're splitting our outside linebacker and cornerback out wide and just kicking out with their tackle and walking down on the guard. Create the scene.
Second down 6. Hands off this time to Hunter Lowen. Dances in the backfield. Now pushes forward. Garrett Craig had him almost sized up, and Hunter Lowen really made a good move running right. He was able to get back inside and get near the first down marker.
Garrett did a nice job of getting penetration upfield again and turning him back into the strength of the defense.
Now Wamego will go quick on short yardage down, 3rd down and inches here. Blaine still from the gun, and he's going to pass it on 3rd down. Ball fakes, a lot of time now. Pressure coming from Brumfield. Gets away from him. Throws off the back foot. Ball up for grabs. Almost picked away by Tyler Young. It falls incomplete. It's 4th down and inches.
Wow. We did everything right on that play, but intercept the ball.
Brumfield almost with the sack, but he pressured him going off his back foot, throwing it across his body, up for grabs, and Tyler Young, you can see, he just looked down at the ground a minute ago, and you can see the head just give that, can't believe I let that get away.
Well, Brumfield had his hands on the ball. They can't believe, he couldn't believe that he didn't pull it out of the
right.
I mean, he was looking for it on the ground.
And Coach Lee Weber for Wamego on 4th and inches, his team really confused on what they were doing, just called timeout, and they are getting an earful right now from their head coach. We have 1:54 to go, first half. A timeout taken. We'll break here as well. Back in 30 seconds.
I was straightening shelves in central office when in marched
G.I. Joe reporting for duty, sir.
Excuse me?
I'm here to represent your cleaning and break room products, sir.
Oh, you mean our high-quality, genuine Joe products. Paper towels, trash bags, mops, plates, cups, and more, all at great savings.
It's not G.I. Joe products?
I'm afraid not.
My mistake, sir. Have a good day, sir.
For all your break room and cleaning supplies, come see us at Central Office in Clay Center.
Red Raiders in a timeout. Myron and I just talking. I have a feeling Coach Weber had called, let's go deep. If we don't get it, we go quick on the 4th and inches, and instead the Red Raiders were not prepared to go.
Well, I was a little bit puzzled by the play call on 3rd and inches. There's 2 minutes to go in the half. You're down a score. They had success with the quarterback sneak early. Why wouldn't you just come up quarterback sneaking? You've got 2 downs to get 6 inches.
Flag. Talk about mad. Myron, they had a receiver wide left. Weber almost ran onto the field to pull him off. He was as dramatic as he could be to get his attention, and finally the receiver saw it. It was Jace Ward, and by the time he was running across the field, the penalty flag throw. This is a huge penalty.
Here's exactly what I'm talking about. 3rd down, you drop back.
Penalty flag. Blaine was the receiver. Thomas, they went in that wildcat formation, very quick throw downfield. Tyler Young's going to be called for interference simply because he and Blaine got their feet tangled together.
Yeah, his ball was in the air. They just got tangled up. He didn't hit him, didn't push him. They just got tangled up. Really incidental, but the ball was in the air.
And once it was going to be incomplete, Kerry Carlson just saying as well because it was overthrown. But that is the rule. Yeah. That is the call. Tyler Young did nothing wrong. It's just one of those situations, wrong place, wrong foot. So this will bring up 1st and 10, I believe.
Yeah,
we're not a spot foul.
No, we're inside the 30 right now, so it will be half the distance. It'll probably be first 14.
Yeah, spotted at the 14. Good to have a guy that's been out there in the stripes alongside us, by the way. Now they wave it off.
Wow. And it really did look like incidental contact.
Well, it was incidental. We set it up here, but I would have understood had it been called because that's typically what you're going to see called.
Yeah.
But instead, they wave the flag off, incomplete. It's 4th down, Myron. Wow. 4th down and 10. So the Red Raiders will line it up again. Likely another pass play. 4th and 10. It's at the Tiger 28-yard line. 1:28 left to work in this first half. Play Center leads it 14-7.
Well, I can tell you, Weber is not happy with the Zebras right now. This guy, I wouldn't want to be working this sideline for any amount of money right now.
He's still barking.
He is getting an earful.
He is still barking right now.
And basically holding the game up. The White Hat he's just now blowing it ready for play.
Now we get set for the 4th and 10. Red Raiders with the football. Blaine back at quarterback. He was the receiver last time that started all this commotion. Blaine stands in the pocket. Now fires downfield, and it's going to be overthrown. Picked off by Tyler Young. The Tigers will take it inside the 5-yard line. 1:20 to work, and now a flag comes in at the end of the play here.
Well, I can tell you, it's getting chicken. Somebody's.
It has been for a while, actually. Yeah.
They've got it going on right now.
It's probably a good thing halftime's almost here. Yeah. For the coaches and players alike. So the officials will sort out the penalty. Tyler Young got the pickoff this time. The second pick of the game for the Tigers. Play Center leads at 14-7.
Okay, Ebert just came through the Wamego bench, pushed one of his teammates, took a drink of water, threw the water bottle down. So this penalty may be on him.
That's Justin Ebert of Wamego. And now he's getting an earful from his head coach on the sideline after that call, and it is against the Red Raiders. So personal foul at the end of the interception by Tyler Young will give place into the football 1:20 to go and leading 14-7 in the first half. And instead of being at their own 5, they're going to be out across the 20-yard line.
Good field position. Maybe we can get a couple of long pass plays in, or at least try to get moving downfield a little bit. Who knows? Maybe they even get a field goal.
There you go. We do have that weapon. We found that in the rain last week. We have that weapon. That was some kind of kick to make in the rain and overtime for the first points of the game last week. So the Tigers take over off the Tyler Young INT. Brumfield wide left. Milliken off to the right side. Wallace under center. And will option pitch it outside to Tyler Young, and he's got a little space. Shakes and bakes to the sideline, almost trips and falls. Keeps going downfield, finally drug out of bounds at the 42-yard line. The Tigers will have 1st and 10. Tyler Young made a shake and bake move, then got down the field and was finally brought down at the 41-yard line as well. They'll mark him, it appears, out of bounds, actually maybe inside the 40. Big-time run for Tyler Young.
Well, Mega's lucky they didn't get a flag right there because he was a couple of yards out of bounds and they planted it.
Two guys were still on it.
And they kind of got up, and Tyler got up talking, and, there's
1:12, clock stops. He went out of bounds. They stay at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. T-Money's first big play offensively. Wallace rolling right, has time. Still time. Now fires on the move, has a receiver sideline. Ball dropped, though, it looks like. Maybe on the contact by Balin Brumfield. And Brumfield doesn't drop many, but that time had a pretty good look for Wallace and just couldn't haul it in. 2nd down 10.
Well, Clay Center's kind of playing with that chip that we talked about earlier on the shoulder. That little bit of attitude, I'm not taking anything off of you. The kid that really was the instigator for Wamego was Ethan Thomas. And there's been some more activity on the sidelines from him.
Milliken wide left. Young goes in motion left to right. Wallace back to pass. Fires downfield. Nobody there. Miscommunication. And I will say before that snap, I saw Brady wide left looking to the line. I don't think he was sure of the call. And I don't know if it was his route, but somebody's route wasn't run where Cade Wallace thought it was going to be run.
Well, and there's going to be some of that. When you signal plays in, not everybody's going to see it. And obviously from week to week you have to change your signals a little bit. So there could have been
sure. 3rd down 10. Milliken now off to the right side. Brumfield left. Wallace again under center. Caden Elias the center. He will option right and is going to be tackled near the line of scrimmage. And now the Tigers may be content to see this wind down, but Wamego will burn a timeout. Is that right?
Yep. They're going to make it half a punt ball.
4th down for the Tigers, and 9 to go. A timeout is taken on the field. We'll break here as well. Back with more Tiger football after this.
Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy has earned the reputation of being a dependable supplier of durable medical equipment. They offer customers cost-effective quality products they need to improve their health and well-being. Lift chairs, shoes for diabetics, canes, bath aids, wheelchairs, knee braces, CPAP machines and supplies, and several other helpful equipment is available. And if you have a prescription to be filled, bring it into Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy for friendly and professional service. Downtown Clay Center.
4th down, 8 yards to go for the Tigers as they were able to get the football back on the interception from T-Money. The drive now is stalled after a penalty against the Red Raiders and a first down move by the Tigers at their own 39-yard line, and they are faced with 4th down and 8. Wamego the timeout, obviously, because they want the Force Play Center to have to punt the football. They do bring the punting crew out. Connor Last will stand back inside his own 30-yard line to receive the snap.
Well, Coach Weber just went over and put his arm around the lineman and kissed and made up. See, I guess he realized that he'd been a little hot over the college.
4th and 8. The snap to Connor Last. Tigers taking a long time to snap it. And there is the snap. It's on the money. Last booms one, spirals one. Ward will catch it, and Balin Brumfield will trip him up. Lane Libby finishes off the run back. Hunter Mullen or correction, Dylan Carlson in there as well. And it will be a short yardage return by Ward. And what a punt from Connor Last. I'll tell you what, this sophomore has been really, really good for the Tigers this year.
Turned it over into the wind. The breeze kind of kicked it back up again. I'm looking at the American flag, and it's more probably, should say, 5, 10 mile an hour.
I'd say a 10 mile per hour wind he was going straight into.
Boy, he turned it over beautifully.
By the way, I want to back up on that special teams tackle. I had Lively right. I had Brumfield right. It was Holden Heigl who finished off that play down here. So 1st and 10 for Wamego. 44 seconds to work first half. Tigers lead at 14-7. 35-yard punt that time for Connor Last.
It looks like they just signaled something against Wamego. Now they're having a conference.
Well, there's Lane Lively, who's captain up at the line of scrimmage. Appears to be a holding call against the Red Raiders on the return. So this will move them back even further. This has been a flag-filled game, Myron. We've had several injury timeouts. It's a wonder the two teams have been able to keep any kind of rhythm, but really they've done a pretty good job when they've been moving the football.
Absolutely. You know, both sides have had some success on offense. Wamego has run the ball a lot more than I thought they would. You know, just looking at the stats over the first 4 weeks, I thought that we'd see, 3 or 4 passes.
80-20 pass percentage. Yeah, I would agree. Instead, in fact, they tried to establish the run very early in the ball game, and they've continued to go to it. A long discussion here. I'm not sure what the discussion would be about.
I don't know either.
If it was a hold on I wonder if it was a hold on one of our coverage guys by the Wamego return team early.
Well,
did that change the call?
Well, no. I think they then just enforced the penalty from the end of the run,
because the penalty flag was back on midfield. The football is at the 33-yard line,
and so you penalize from the end of the run. And maybe the discussion is maybe it's from where he caught the ball. But that's a 5-yard difference.
Mm-hmm. Been a long conversation.
This officiating crew has done a couple of things. Earlier, we had a holding call, and the ball we had advanced the ball about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. So the holding occurred about 5 or 6 yards downfield, and they marked it off in the spot of the foul and not the end of the run. And we should have actually had a 1st and 18, and we had about a 1st and 15. And so it's just a few things, and now the discussion, and all the things going on with the kids out here, they just don't have control of the game right now.
Yeah, you're right. It's gotten chippy, as we mentioned earlier, from both sides.
And games like that are really hard to officiate because you don't want to be worrying about what a kid's doing. You want to be worrying about the game itself.
Absolutely.
And what's happening in front of you, but you don't want to be having to be listening out of the corner of your ear all the time, for kids getting into it.
They are still talking this over now with the Tiger sideline. And I think Coach J.D. Lane was the first out to question. First, he works with special teams. Now you see almost all the Tiger coaches over there lobbying for whatever they think the call should be.
I see Mr. Ethan Thomas wandering around on the offensive side of the ball, so he must have kissed and made up with his coach. If it was my kid, he'd have to worry about what was going to happen when he got home.
Yeah, no kidding. I hear that.
Because that type of play doesn't go in our house.
He's also carrying on a pretty good conversation, it looks like, with Parker Folks right now. So, and now Jace Casper's involved. That's just a true guy standing talking. It was no jaw jacket. It didn't look like they were right by the official. So now they've decided where the penalty will be marked off from, and it's going to move Wamego all the way back to their own 22-yard line. 44 seconds to go first half. Tigers on top, 14-7. And Wamego will start from their own 22.
On the way over, we kind of talked about development of Lane White. My gosh, he really, he looks like a football player. Well, he plays like a football player, but you look out there and reminded me of Caleb.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Big, thick, and he's made a couple of big plays, breaking up passes tonight. First down and 10, and we will run another play here, it looks like. 10 yards back from where the punt was fielded, which is what Myron was thinking would be the case. Blaine, handoff underneath, draw play, and it's taken out across the 25-yard line. Clock ticking at 36 seconds. Wamego will see if they try to make something happen or just want to get to halftime. 30 seconds left here in the half. Tigers on top by a touchdown. Draw play on the first play. Here's Blaine. Now will drop back to pass. Has a lot of time. Throws across the middle. Had a receiver and overthrew his intended target. Behind was Hunter Mullen. Dove in there to try to scoop another pick away, but it was overthrown and incomplete by Blaine.
Well, we've got our net up right now. We've got 4 defensive backs, 20, 25 yards down the field. We're not going to let them burn us deep. We'll give them something to seem like that, come up and make the play. He just threw it a little high.
Clock stopped at 18 seconds, although if they miss here and it goes to 4th down, the Tigers would like to see them punt it as well. Screenplay set up, thrown underneath to Wohler. And he's got the first down, a little bit more. Caught from behind by Adam Ebert. It'll be 9.8 seconds left. The good news for the Tigers, Wamego has no timeout, so they've got to go quick, and the clock will go back into motion once they set these chains. Wamego up on the line, ready to go. 9.8 seconds. The football now out to the 44-yard line. Here's Blaine back to pass again. Pressure coming from Garrett Craig. He'll rush outside. Fires sideline right. Wohler steps out of bounds with 0.5 seconds left. Impressive play downfield by the Red Raiders. Blaine put it on the money that time, and it will be 1st and 10, and one more play coming for Wamego in this half.
He throws a pretty good-looking ball when he's off the run.
Yeah, he almost likes, rather than sitting in the pocket, I think he likes to roll out one way or the other. 1st and 10, Wamego, now at the Tigers' 41-yard line. This will be the final play of the half, barring a penalty. Blaine fires out underneath. Wohler, now the hook and ladder gets it off to Thomas, and he is going to be hit on the outside by Tyler Young and knocked down, and that will end this first half. 14-7. Tigers lead it as we head to the Cloud County Community College halftime show coming up next.
What's next after harvest? Central Valley Ag suggests fall weed control.
Some of those weeds are winter annual weeds, and the best time for us to get a hold of those is by controlling those in the fall.
CVA agronomist Mike Swingman says getting rid of weed patches now can add profit next year.
So you have a clean seed bed to start next year.
Clean fields mean better yields. Control your weeds this fall for a better harvest next year. Contact Central Valley Ag right away.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first.
The Cloud County Community College halftime show. Cloud County Community College wants Play Center Tigers to become Cloud County T-Birds. Visit them online at cloud.edu or schedule a campus visit to find out about all the opportunities waiting for you at Cloud County Community College. Go places, be a T-Bird. 14-7, Tigers lead here at the halftime break. The Cloud County Community College halftime show coming up next takes you inside the Tiger locker room. We had a chance to talk earlier this week with Brady Milliken and Jacob Blackburn and Coach Todd Rice and play a little Tiger trivia with them. We'll have those conversations coming up in just a bit.
A new Farmway Co-op diesel fueling site opened in Clay Center at 516 6th Street, bringing a convenient, safe, and familiar Farmway fueling experience to the entire community. The diesel fuel site is open 24/7 with a Farmway fuel card or any major credit card. Customers can also use a Farmway fuel card at Bud's Tire and Ray's Apple Market, both fuel partners with Farmway Co-op. Farmway invites fleets and consumers in the area to experience it today.
Your partner in growth.
Back on halftime, brought to you tonight by Cloud County Community College. And coming up, we had a chance once again early in the week to talk with some of the Tigers seniors and Coach Todd Rice. Brady Milliken and Jacob Blackburn and Coach Rice will be joining us here at halftime. First, here's our conversation we had with number 12, Brady Milliken.
Brady, last week, Coach Rice had a chance to talk about your night against the Chapman Irish and forced turnover, recovery of the turnover. The very next play, a touchdown, I believe your first touchdown, correct? Why don't you give us a look at what that series was like and what that night was like for you?
Well, it was a pretty good night for the whole team, I guess, but me personally, I wasn't really looking to make a play, just popped the ball out and I saw it and jumped on it and was lucky to get it before it went out of bounds.
For not trying to looking to make it a play, to being a playmaker twice in a row, and really we talked about the night you had overall. It was a good night. You get down the field blocking for guys, and you said a good team win. I know frustrating to not get the offense going this past Friday night. That rain, that swamp you guys played in called the Tigers Den, how tough was it out there?
A lot of guys like to plant their foot in the ground and cut, and it's kind of hard when it's sloppy and you slip everywhere, but
you just deal with it, right?
Yeah.
All right, we play Tiger Trivia now, Brady. You ready?
Yep.
3 quick questions for you. If forced to pick one, which Tiger football player would you say is best dressed?
Definitely Jonathan Ludwig.
The man with style, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, what's your favorite breakfast cereal?
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. And what is your favorite video game?
That's a good question. Probably NBA 2K15.
NBA 2K15. Brady Milliken, we want more of those forced fumbles followed by touchdown receptions. Sound good?
Yep, I'll do my best.
Stay tuned. We'll talk with Jacob Blackburn next at halftime.
A message from Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia. Brutal winter days will be here sooner than you think. Is your home properly insulated to keep the cold outside and keep your energy bills affordable? If not, Geisler Roofing offers several different solutions, including spray foam insulation. At Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
When it's time to replace that car or truck you're driving, or if you are in the market for your first vehicle, come see us at Union State Bank. We take the time to help you determine the price range of a vehicle that works in your budget. We finance cars and trucks at very competitive rates and offer an extended warranty program to give you that peace of mind for those unexpected repairs. So before you make one of the largest purchases in your life, come see us at Union State Bank to get pre-approved for your next car or truck loan. Member FDIC.
If your life is busy and fast-paced, the Deli and Bakery Department at Ray's Apple Market was made for you. If you like delicious meals that are ready to take home to your family, then the Deli and Bakery were made for you. And if you like freshness and variety, the Deli and Bakery were especially made for you. They made it all for you, just the way you like it. From their signature Rock House salads to their homemade breads and their fruits and veggies in between. See what they have for you at Ray's Apple Market.
Back on the Cloud County Community College halftime show, a conversation we had earlier this week, now with number 63.
Now joined by one of the offensive linemen for the Clay Center Tigers, Jacob Blackburn is here with us. Part of the IHOP team. Explain where this whole thing came from. At the pep rally last week, for those who weren't around, Jacob took the mic, and I didn't know if we were going to get it back from you or not for a while, but you talked about your offensive line being an IHOP team. Talk about that.
Well, because we're going to get so many pancake blocks, I mean, we make stacks, you know.
And they have all year long. I know Friday, we talked with Brady a little bit ago, the weather conditions really negated what you guys wanted to be able to do. Was there a moment in the game you ever got comfortable in that swamp out there?
No, you had to be on your toes. I mean, it was a slip and slide out there, in all honesty. Like, you go to break that backside knee with our lineman stance, and you hope you don't slip, especially if you're releasing.
Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy night, and unfortunate if you guys had to deal with that after getting on a roll. But we get right back on it this week when you take on Wamego. Okay, I got 3 quick questions for you. Ready? Rapid fire. If the Tigers were having a pancake eating contest, which Tiger football player would win?
I'd have to say Parker Folks.
Parker the man. Brady's waving. He can maybe put him away. What's your favorite card game?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Should I?
Everybody should know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, Rocky.
Will you teach me later?
Maybe.
Okay. And what's your favorite music artist?
That's a good question. I mean, it varies from time to time, but all time I have to say Eminem. It's pretty good.
He's the man. Will you compete with him on the chart someday?
Probably.
I like the attitude.
That was Jacob Blackburn. At halftime, stay tuned. We'll hear from Coach Todd Rice coming up next.
Farming is the root of the American economy, and at Ford Motor Company, they're dedicated to building a truck that is more than capable, always reliable, and efficient day in and day out. Owners who have put them to the test have reported Ford trucks outperform other trucks, both on and off the road. They appreciate the power of a V8 engine with the economy and efficiency of a V6, thanks to the EcoBoost technology. Get it done with a Ford F-150 truck from Hanson Ford in Clay Center. At Ford, they own work.
Marty here at Bud's Tire. Like the Tiger football team, we strive to be the best we can be. After 47 years of serving our community, we feel like we have a good handle on what the best application of tires would be for your vehicle. We also can handle all your mechanical needs. We have many tire brands with rebates from $50 to $140 back. Man, what a great deal. Stop in and see us at 410 Court or give us a call at 632-2135. Good luck to all the Tiger athletes, and go Tigers.
Todd here at Wall's True Value. I got to thinking, if you get an 11% rebate on everything you buy, maybe everything you buy is priced 11% too high to start with. Just saying. If you want fair prices within easy driving distance of your home, shop at Wall's True Value 7 days a week for lumber, appliances, hardware, and lots of stuff you need. No silly sales gimmicks, just solid products from solid people 100% of the time at Wall's True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center. Yes, 7 days a week for you.
The Cloud County Community College halftime show continues. Up next, Coach Todd Rice.
Coach, just a weird night Friday. I mean, the weather turned weird. The pace of the game was strange. The rain really negated, I thought. And give Marysville credit. They found a way to get that thing done on 4th down in overtime. But your speed was absolutely taken out of that football game.
Yeah, it was. You know, and after a tough game like that, kind of anything you say sounds like an excuse. Obviously, we got to get better at our interior running game, and and you can't go to the perimeter and you can't throw the ball. Kind of makes you a little bit limited. And like you said, credit to them. They found a way to execute in the conditions, and I guess you chalk it up and move on.
I want to talk real quickly about the field goal in overtime to give you guys a lead. I mean, a lot of things have to happen for that to go down. And in those conditions, for the snap, the hold, the kick to take place, that was very impressive by Peyton Lane, but that whole crew too.
It was, and then Parker was snapping all night for punt and for that, and to run out there in those conditions and the pressure on it, and those guys did a great job executing it.
Let's talk about Wamego briefly, what the Red Raiders are going to bring at you on Friday.
Yeah, they're 1-3 on the year, which is a little bit misleading. Still a very talented football team. Their quarterback is a game breaker. They're just huge up front. You're going to see a lot of big guys up there, and then they got some top guys, and they've really improved from the first couple weeks. I think our guys are going to be excited to go over there. We kind of had a similar ending with them last year. Ended up, fourth down play right at the goal line too. So hopefully our guys kind of keep that in the back of their mind as we go over and try to get back on track.
A homecoming game again for Wamego, though, this week. All right, Tiger Trivia Coach. Okay. If the Tiger coaches were playing a sports trivia game, which coach would win?
Sports trivia game.
And they would ask questions beyond Clay Center Tigers and Nebraska Cornhuskers, so that might take you out of the running.
I'd have to say Coach Lass, because I think he just sits around and Googles stuff all day.
He is the tech guy, too, so that's probably right. Favorite kind of ice cream?
I'd have to go with Rocky Road.
I like that answer. And what's the last concert you went to?
Last concert that I went to, wife loved it. Five Finger Death Punch and Alice Cooper at Sturgis.
Gained big points with that answer right there. Excellent.
We appreciate the opportunity to talk with Coach Rice and some of his players each week. This is the Cloud County Community College halftime show. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at this first half, get you set for second half kickoff at halftime.
This time of year, many farmers feel like they're juggling too many things at once. Or maybe you're the guy who's trying to keep multiple plates spinning. Well, let us help you. I'm Brent with Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales, and we'll help with fall custom application and knock down those weeds and keep them under control. The blessing of rain and through this year's growing season has led to tough weed conditions. But hit them now, and you'll be glad you did in 2016. Talk with us at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Winter will be here before you know it. Now is the perfect time to schedule a propane tank inspection and fill by the professionals at Propane Central. Whether you use propane at your home, farm, or business, you can be sure you are getting the best value with Propane Central. Call today or visit them online at propanecentral.com.
Propane Central, need a renovator and friend.
If you took a lot of pictures over the summer, print them off. Make copies for family and friends, or enlarge your favorites. It's fast and easy with the photo stations at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack. You can print from your phone, Facebook, camera memory cards, and USB thumb drives. The helpful staff at Patterson's will be glad to help get you started. Save and share those precious memories. Use the picture stations at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, downtown Clay Center.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzemeyer.
Or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Rocky Downing back at halftime here at Cloud County Community College halftime show, along with Myron Converse. Appreciate him being alongside on this Football Friday. I know you've been to a lot of the Football Fridays, but it's nice to have you up in the booth. We know Chet is listening in D.C. He's let us know that. And Kerry Carlson here with us as well. And speaking of Kerry and stats, this first half looks like this, Myron. Rushing the football, the Tigers led by Gabe Ware, of course, 40 yards on that one touchdown run that he got away from to give the Tigers the lead. Cade Wallace, 33 yards on 7 carries. Tyler Young, 18 yards, 3 carries. And Adam Ebert touched it 5 times and has 5 yards. But we'll get back to Adam in a moment in the passing game. Wallace, 2 of 4, but 67 yards, and they were both huge plays. Brumfield, 38-yard catch. Well, actually a 10-yard catch and a 29-yard run after. And then Adam Ebert, that touch throw with Wallace really running for his life, puts it in a place where only the Adam Bobs can get it. And Adam Ebert makes a great catch and run after for 28 yards.
Absolutely. You know, our ground game sets up the effectiveness of our passing game. You know, and Cade does a nice job of delivering the ball, putting it in spots where our receivers can catch the ball and make a run. You know, we seem to use the slot pretty well, the slot portion of the field between the hash mark and the sideline for most of those receptions to our backs coming out of the backfield. You know, hopefully we can continue to do that in the second half.
The penalties for the Tigers have stacked up, but really they have for both teams. The Tigers penalized 4 times 35 yards. The Clay Center defense did this. At one point, they had stopped Wamego, holding them to 5 of 16 passing. They ended up on the last drive going 3 of 3 for 44 yards for Wamego, so they have 99 yards on 8 of 19 overall for the game. And after going 4 out of 5 third down conversions for Wamego, the Tigers limited to just 4 of 8 for the half, so they tightened that defense up pretty well after allowing a drive by Wamego, remember, early, and then the Peyton Lane interception on the tip drill, and then Wamego gets it back, and they drive down. It looked pretty effortlessly at times and get to the end zone. The Tigers bounced back the Brumfield catch, the gave Ware run, and then the Tiger defense really kind of settled in, I thought.
Yeah. We got down 7-0 early, and, at that point, we had an opportunity that we could have hung our heads, especially after last week.
Sure.
Losing that game at on the final play is really tough. But these kids have fought back, answered the bell, and they're playing with that attitude that we kind of wanted to see them play with. We've described it as being chippy.
Right.
These guys are in each other's grill every play. They are flat getting after it.
The sidelines are into it. The players are into it.
Yeah.
And, we're not advocating personal foul penalties, those types of things, but a lot of this has just been guys getting after it on the football field.
Well, and we kind of talked a little bit about Hunter's penalty on the sideline. I think that it has completely taken Ethan Thomas out of the football game. I think that kid is so PO'd that he cannot concentrate and just play football. He's looking to get somebody, and so that's completely changed the way his effectiveness in the football game.
And he's one of the best football players on the field.
Oh, really?
I mean, hands down. He receiving in this football game has added to what were already huge numbers through the first 4 games for Wamego. The Tigers go into this second half, and they've proven they can stop Wamego. I think that was big in the second quarter. They've taken 2 interceptions away now, so they've won the turnover war. They lead on the scoreboard at 14-7. They've done a lot of things, the Tigers, with the complement of those 2 big pass plays and a running game that's starting to maybe the IHOP crew's making it happen right now, Fred.
Our defensive line up front has get just enough pressure on the quarterback to make him uncomfortable. And he's thrown a couple of balls high over the middle, thrown a couple high down over the sideline. And we've gotten a couple interceptions. And there again, ball security. And we have done a pretty good job of hanging on to it, and that's always one of the facets. We talk about special teams and ball security, and, right now we're winning that war.
We also get the football to begin the second half after deferring in the first half. So that is an opportunity to come send a real message to begin the second half, which is about to go. In 2 minutes, we'll come back. The Tigers will receive the second half kickoff with a 14-7 lead.
Twin Valley is proud to announce their free Twin Valley Wi-Fi zone, available to all fans at Unruh Stadium. With Twin Valley Wi-Fi, you can share the moments from the game with all your friends and family. Listen to the game on the KCLY app, post Instagram pics, tweet updates of the game, and update Facebook, all for free, without using your valuable cellular data. Enjoy the game and go Tigers from your friends at Twin Valley.
Crop Production Services offers the best quality corn and soybean seed lineup that truly fit your acres and the way you farm. Year after year, top-performing brands such as Asgrow, DeKalb, Dynagrow, and Mycogen turn top yields in field trials. Get expert agronomic advice, responsive service, and consistent fair pricing from Crop Production Services. Early cash and volume discounts and financing options available. Visit with Pat, Josh, Doug, and Sheldon for all your corn and soybean seed needs.
Finishing up the Cloud County Community College halftime show. Going Anywhere starts at Cloud County Community College. Get your start on a college degree at an affordable option close to home. Cloud County Community College invites you to complete the online and free application for admission. Learn more today at cloud.edu. The second half about to go. Wamego's on the field with their kicker, which is Ethan Thomas, who we were talking about earlier, the receiver for the Red Raiders. He kicks off for this team. The Tigers yet to break huddle. Now they do, and head out on the field for the return. You'll see Tyler Young and Hunter Mullen go back deep. 14-7. Wamego's homecoming. The Tigers fell behind 7-0, answered the bell, and take a 14-7 lead into the second half, and we'll have the football to start.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if he's composed himself for the second half.
And maybe if both teams have kind of calmed down the jaw-jacking and get back to playing football. There's the kick, line drive kick. Hunter Mullen from his own 15-yard line. Starts to the left out of the middle. Now breaks off of a tackle, and he almost broke that a lot more. He stumbled as he was breaking off of what appeared to be a missed tackle and just stumbled enough to fall to the ground. But he had a lot of room to his right if he could have kept his pace.
But it looked like the younger Lowen had just crossed, had gotten a little bit of his ankle and just crossed his feet up. If he could have just got one more step,
I think.
One more step.
The bulldozer might have been running for quite a while. First and 10 Tigers. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. Brady Milliken will split out to the left side off that line. And they'll put Balin Brumfield as a tight end to the right. Young goes in motion. Wallace, handoff underneath. This is Adam Ebert again with the carry, I believe. We've not seen Gabe Ware. I've been trying to find him. A lot of times they'll put him on the defensive side and not play him on the offensive side, and so we'll hope that is the case. That was Adam Ebert, though, with the carry. And I have not been able to get a word on Gabe Ware or find him on the sideline this time, so we'll keep an eye on that. 1 yard gain, second down 9. Just underway here in this third quarter. Tigers leading 14-7. Young, the wingback right. Mullen off to the left side. They will pitch it left for Young. Stretched out, gets a block. Now shakes and bakes by one tackler into the open field. He's near the midfield stripe. Still turning the legs downfield. He is going to get near the 50-yard line. First and 10 Tigers. He got to the short side of the field, Byron, on the sideline and was able to break one tackle and then just ran through a couple more.
We got a great crackback block out of our split out.
There would have been Milliken on that side. Brady Milliken could be the block of the game. We'll see if that's what we look at later on. It is first and 10. The Red Raiders do have an injured player down. I believe that's Tyson Lowen, who is the injured Wamego Red Raider, and they do have him. No, that's Ethan Thomas. Yeah, Thomas down on the field, but he is up and running off the sideline on his own accord. They have had a bell rung just a little bit on that play.
I think he was the one that got cracked.
Yeah. Milliken with that block, and Thomas shaking the cobwebs out as he comes to the sideline. First down and 10. It was a 20-yard gain by T-Money on that last carry as they got the that pitch out, finally got open for the Tigers. They had some great blocking out in front, and then the crackback, and on top of that, Tyler Young made a couple of guys miss and ran through another.
But as soon as we come in motion and snap the ball, Wamego is forcing their corners 2 or 3 yards upfield, trying to make us bounce that ball.
Cade Wallace underneath, handoff, Adam Ebert, short yardage play, gets across the midfield stripe, and now is pulled backward by the Red Raiders. And a player come in late, jump on top of the pile and yank him backwards, and almost everybody fell. It's going to be a gain of maybe 1, second down and 9.
Yeah, the officials could blow the whistle just a hair faster.
Yeah, it allows a little extracurricular, and there's enough of that going on, right?
Yeah.
So second down 9 for the Tigers. Ball is right now right on the 50-yard line on the left hash. Wallace under center with Ebert in it, running back behind him. He'll hand off to Ebert underneath. Adam driving forward, pushed near the 55. They're going to mark him, I believe, the 54-yard line. It'll bring up third down.
Got about 5 yards to go, so we've got plenty of options. Plenty of options here.
Football at the 46-yard line of the Red Raiders. Third down, 4 yards to go. 10-minute mark here in the third period. Tigers do lead it 14-7.
You know, with Wamego's size up front, those yards inside are really tough. And Adam's doing a great job of just sticking his nose in there and getting what he can.
Cade Wallace as a receiver to both sides. Third down 4. Works left side, keeps it. And no, he hands it off to Ebert. He gets across the 45. He'll be short of the first down. They mark him at the Red Raiders 44-yard line. Now, it'll be interesting here. Fourth down coming up. play field position, play for a little punch here to start the third quarter.
You know, as soon as I say I think we'll play for field position, we'll go for it. But, you know, you're up 14-7 early in the second half. You don't want to do anything that gives them momentum.
Right.
You know, the momentum's on our side. We scored 14 unanswered points. We've got a nice punter. We've got the wind at our back right now. I think we try to pin them.
And that's what the Tigers are lined up to do anyway on 4th down and 2.
You know, and you might even tell them to try to kick it out of bounds.
Sure.
You know.
Don't give Jace Ward a chance to return back there. He's been a good one for the Red Raiders. 4th down and 2. Tigers will punt it. Connor Last waits at about his own 45. Line drive kick that's going to bounce at the 20 to the 15 inside the 10 and out of bounds. Coffin corner left side, and that'll be 1st and 10 Wamego, but a great punt from Connor Last and guided to the sideline. Would you say, Myron? Good call.
You know, to me it almost looked like a rugby punt.
He even took that stride toward it when he made the kick.
The snap, you know, I understand Parker is pressed into this duty. It was maybe a little bit to the side. He took one nice step to the right, fielded the punt, and it was almost like a rugby style kick.
35-yard punt with no return, and the Red Raiders start inside their own 10-yard line, their first possession here in the second half. Dylan Blaine, little counter play, working to the right side, and Hunter Lowen is going to be wrapped up and brought down by a bunch of Tigers. Jace Casper was the second or third in on the play, but I see guys like Parker Folks come up off the pile on that tackle, and Balin Brumfield from one of the end positions. Play center also had in on the play at that time Brandon Loader on the tackle. It's a gain of maybe 3, second down 7. Wamego now at their own 14-yard line. So they originally start this drive right at the 10. Here's Blaine, sprint run left, and he's tackled by Garrett Craig, and Jace Casper was in the area. That play broke down quickly. Blaine does get 2 or 3 yards, but now they're faced 3rd and 4 deep in their own end of the field.
You know, they tried to go quick, run a little speed option. There was a seam there, and actually the quarterback cut back into our defense rather than keeping angling it to the sideline where it's less defenders.
Blaine from the gun, 3rd down 4. He will hand it off again, and in the backfield shoots Jabalian Clowney Brumfield again. He's having some kind of season since being moved to defensive end. Great tackle, loss of yardage, 4th down and long now, back at the 15-yard line.
You know, I think his speed and quickness is overcoming size and power.
Yeah.
You know, he's just darting inside that tackle.
4th down, the Tigers will send both Hunter Mullen and Tyler Young back to receive. A high snap, brought down. The kick is away. End over, and it's going to bounce near a Tiger. Riley Griggs had no idea that ball was even near him, and it will be down at the 46-yard line on Wamego's end of the field. Now, the Red Raiders are saying that hit Griggs. It did not. He just had to react when he realized the ball was near him. He had no chance to even know that ball was coming his way.
Well, you know, if it had hit him, he would have gone after the ball.
No doubt.
And he just ran to get away from it. So, you know, most kids in the reaction play with that.
Pretty good punt from deep in their own end for Wamego. Line drive end over end. It bounced for them forward, but still, the Tigers have the football on Wamego's end at their 44.
You know, and we're 2 yards further back than where we punted the ball from last time. So you got to think that we won field position. We got a new set of downs. Let's get the ball in the end zone.
Correction, the 46 is where they start. Cade Wallace going to drop back to pass, rolls left. Throws out to the sideline, has a receiver that is Lane Lively with a sure hand. He'll be tackled at the 40, but it's a gain of 6 on the first down play, 2nd down and 4.
I like that when we leaked that back out flat, Cade has done a great job of just delivering the ball where the receiver could catch it. Had really good defense there. Lane turns that thing up the sideline, and who knows?
Lane Lively, you talked about a physical presence out there, and as a receiver, how do you match up with that guy?
Oh, he's got every attribute you want.
2nd down 4. Adam Ebert again still in at running back. Here's Wallace, left side, keeps it, dives forward near the first down, appears to have it as he approaches the 35. 1st and 10 Tigers. Murph moves the chain. Tigers lead at 14-7, and time of possession in this third quarter hugely in favor of the Tigers.
Cade made a great decision to pull that.
Here's Wallace again. Hard count. He gets him to come across. It'll be offside, I believe, on Wamego.
I didn't see any of our guys move, so
Officials will try to confirm. Hard count. You could see Wallace really bark it out, and the Red Raiders anxious to get in the backfield. Jumped across. Now it's first down and 5.
Yeah, I don't know how much we vary the snap count, but if you're continuously kind of going on the same snap count, when you need a 5, great time to
good time to get it right there.
Yeah.
First down and 5 Tigers. Mullen and Young are the wing backs. Ebert, the running back, behind Cade Wallace. First down and 5. Young goes in motion. He'll pitch out right side to Tyler Young. Tries to get by one tackler, stiff arm. Now it's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. It'll be second down and 4 with the 5 yards on that first down penalty.
Okay, Mr. Thomas came up and assisted on the tackle. They had a little body slam and immediately throws his hands up because he knows.
Yeah, they're watching.
He's probably on thin ice.
Yeah. Like a bulldogger.
Yeah.
Deer wrestler, put the hands up quickly after the tackle has been made. Now it looks like Clay Centers moved on that left side, and that'll move them back 5 yards if that is the penalty. Second down 4 before that snap, and called dead immediately. And it is procedure against the Tigers on the left side.
Yeah, Wamego flinched, but I'm not sure they got that. From our vantage point, it's kind of hard to tell whether they got the neutral zone or not, but we obviously moved on the left side.
So second down and 9 as the Tigers are moved back 5 yards on that procedure penalty. 5 minutes to work, clock ticking again. Tigers with the football, third quarter, 14-7. Clay Center leads over Wamego. Second down 9, Milliken right, Rumfield wide left. In motion starts Mullen. They will pitch it out now to Tyler Young as a couple of blockers trying to find a seam to run through. Hunter Mullen does a great job to block downfield. Now Young punches his way through a tackler and takes it down inside the 25-yard line to the 20. Goes T-Money. 2 blockers out there for him. Hunter Mullen really tied up one defensive player. And then how about the stiff arm from Tyler Young?
Oh, absolutely. And Tyler has been more of a physical presence on offense. He's playing more physical than he has in the last couple of years. Brumfield did a great job on the crackback. I've been watching how they're blocking that.
Tigers with it, first and 10 now at the Red Raider officially 19-yard line.
And Hunter made a little fake inside and then turned around and was the lead blocker for Tyler on safety.
The motion goes Young, right to left, handoff underneath. Wallace keeps it himself. Falls behind his blockers, 3 or 4 yards maybe. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like he's gotten it down to about the 16-yard line. It'll bring up second down. And how about this quarter? 3 plays of offense for Wamego. Second possession already for the Tigers, and now they're marching it downfield. We're down to 4:14 to go in the third.
You're at that point where we got great field position. We want the clock to run. We want to get first downs by a yard or 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. They called that officially a gain of, let's say 3. We called second down 7 to go. Cater, appreciate the extra yard I gave you with it.
There you go.
Here, 3-yard gain. Second down 7. Here's Wallace. Again, pulls it out, keeps it left side. He'll be tackled after, again, a gain of maybe 2. It brings up third down and long. In a position here, it'll get interesting for the Tigers if they get close to a first down. If they go for it on 4th, we do know we have Peyton Lane and that weapon there available if you want to go that route.
Well, and right now the wind is still probably 10 to 12 miles an hour, and it's right at his back. He's got plenty of leg.
Yeah,
no doubt. Go up by 2 scores.
Important points.
Yeah.
Third down and 8. There was no gain on that last play. Here's Wallace. Starts right side. Option play. Has a blocker in front. Dives his way inside the 10-yard line. First and 10 Tigers. The 39-time All-Star. Murphy gets it done again. For anyone who doesn't know where the nickname comes from, it was Cade Wallace's idea, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't like Cade Dozer.
Well, we already had the mold of.
I know.
But there, you can Google it. Murphy All-Star. It probably will come up for you. it's just a pretty funny routine that evidently Cade can laugh at every time he watches it. There's Young in motion. Left side handoff to Ebert. Adam diving forward inside of the 5-yard line. It'll bring up second down and goal for the Tigers. And Clay Center with 2:50 to go. Third quarter, leading 14-7, trying to punch in a second go-ahead touchdown. Milliken goes right, Brumfield left. And they have really owned the line of scrimmage. That IHOP crew making it happen. Jace Casper, Parker Folks, McCade Millius, Jacob Blackburn, Dylan Carlson on that front row for the Tigers. Pancake stacks they make, said Jacob at halftime. Here's Wallace, right side, handoff. Ebert gets near the goal line. He stands his way in for a touchdown. Clay Center goes on top, 20-7, touchdown Tigers. The Atom Bomb takes it in on the right side, and he walked it in that time, Myron.
Yeah. You can see the frustration on some of the Wamego players coming off the field. Guys ripping their helmets off and yelling and screaming. And, right now we've got them right where we want them. They're frustrated with themselves. They're frustrated with us. They're frustrated with the officiating. And they got to be frustrated with the score.
20-7. Peyton Lane on for the extra point try. Ball in the holder. The kick is on its way up and through again. 3 for 3 tonight on PATs, and it's 21-7. Tigers with 2:15 to go, third quarter, lead it by 2 touchdowns when we come back.
Ray's Apple Market is glad to provide customers with quality choices to feed your family while saving you money. From peanut butter to box dinners, snack items, canned goods, and more. The variety of the Wow Bins at Ray's Apple Market is always changing and offers you more savings. You'll find the Wow Bins throughout the store that features your favorite brands, private labels, and new food items to try. Shop every week to find great values and stock up on pantry items your family enjoys.
Hey Tiger fans, the lights are on, the team is ready, and the coaching staff has put together a successful game plan for tonight's game. Have you thought about your insurance game plan? This is Jim Gearham with Farmers Union Insurance. Let us help put together a game plan for all your insurance needs. We cover everything from cars, trucks, boats, and motorcycles to homes, combines, and businesses. We can even help insure your retirement. Stop by and see us at 426 Lincoln Avenue, downtown Clay Center. A proud supporter of Tiger Athletics.
Tigers lead it 21-7 with now 2:15 to work in this third quarter. Wamego will get the football back to kick off. Tasty pastry kickoff from Levi Fitzemeyer. Return out across the 30-yard line, and eventually the ball carrier Ty Cooper was brought down near the 35. So Wamego gets the football back, but the Tigers have owned this third quarter literally. They've had the football in their possession all but a minute 30 thus far in this third period.
Yeah, we own the third quarter. Have owned the third quarter. Terry was talking about the fact that Wamego's only been able to run 3 or 4 plays this whole half.
Yeah, 3 plays from scrimmage and then 1 punt. That's the plays they've had thus far. Hunter Lowen to carry to the middle. Jace Casper initial contact, and he'll gain 3 on the play. Short yardage gain on first down. Tigers lead at 21-7. Now under 2 minutes to go in this third period.
I find it really odd that Wamego has gone away from throwing that little flare pass. They've thrown it in the flats, both sides of the ball. They've almost just quit doing it.
And it was working.
They had some success.
Yeah, it was. Second down now at 7. Here's Blaine. Handoff underneath again, and it's going to be a tackle made. You got the first hit right there because that was a shot. Then again, the freak Jace Casper with the tackle. Hunter Lowen coming at him, and he stops him for a gain of maybe 3. Third down, 3 yards to go. Wamego now from their own 40-yard line.
I've just never understood why coaches quit doing football. Who cares if you do it 10 times in a row? If it works, you just keep doing it.
To change it up. What's Bill saying? Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
Third down now for Wamego. Blaine takes the handoff, now rolls out right, wanted to pass, fires on the run down to the sideline, and a penalty flag is down. Catch is no good. They call it out of bounds, and Byron saying a legal man downfield. Eligible receiver downfield.
74 was about 8 yards.
Gotcha. So the big offensive lineman trying to get downfield and engage. 21-7. Running a pass route, maybe, Cat says.
Tackle eligible. Tackle eligible.
There you go. So now a decision for the Tigers. It would be 4th down and 4 if they declined the penalty, which I would imagine they would not take the penalty. We'll get the decision for the Tigers, and they will keep it right where it's at. So an eligible receiver downfield declined. 4th down and 4. Wamego with 52 seconds to work third quarter. 4th down will bring the punting crew out. They thought about it for a moment, but now they do bring the line out for the punt, and Ethan Thomas is the punter. That's something to keep in mind, because he can certainly run. They run him out of that wildcat formation even.
Well, it looks like we got a little confusion on the lineup there. Now they get set.
He stands, though, back at his own 27, the line of scrimmage out at the 40. Snap is there. The kick is a throw downfield, up for grabs and incomplete. A penalty flag is thrown. Evidently, that's going to be a penalty against play center on the duck. On the duck. It was a really strange throw by Thomas, almost like a discus, the way he threw that ball.
He almost like jumped in the air like he was punting the ball and threw it. I mean, I thought he shanked a punt to begin with.
And they call pass interference on the Tigers, which, that's what Wamego's going for. Maybe a catch, maybe a penalty. If it's picked off, it's kind of like a punt.
Yeah.
And they got the best of all those options probably on the penalty call. Now, we were not looking downfield at where that penalty took place because it was such an odd play call. But it works for Wamego, and they get a big push right here. The football now to the Tiger 45, and they get to keep the football in their possession. Well, I said be aware of Ethan Thomas. I wasn't thinking anything of that nature.
Well, he's thrown out of the Wildcat earlier.
Here's Blaine, handoff right to Hunter Lowen again, and so downhill running for the Red Raiders as they move it near the 40-yard line. And that will bring up 2nd down and short for Wamego. 35 seconds to go, third period.
In that when Wamego kind of started to unravel, they were in that Wildcat, and Thomas had thrown the pass downfield, and Tyler had run up the receiver's back. 2 flags come out, and then they wave it off, and Wamego just kind of unraveled after that.
There's a handoff underneath, and what a hit, the freak again. Jace Casper, let's say pop. It's going to be near first down yardage, but whoa, is that your hit of the game?
So far, that's my hit of the game.
Wow.
He stuck it. I mean, he cleated it.
First carry of the game for the Red Raiders on that play by Alex Yance, and he may not want to touch it again after Jace Casper got finished.
Picture-perfect wrap-up, finish to the ground. Picture-perfect.
21-7. Quarter ends. We're headed to the 4th. Tigers lead it by 2 touchdowns. Wamego faced with 3rd and 1 when we come back.
A new Farmway Co-op diesel fueling site opened in Clay Center at 516 6th Street, bringing a convenient, safe, and familiar Farmway fueling experience to the entire community. The diesel fuel site is open 24/7 with a Farmway fuel card or any major credit card. Customers can also use a Farmway fuel card at Bud's Tire and Ray's Apple Market, both fuel partners with Farmway Co-op. Farmway invites fleets and consumers in the area to experience it today.
Your partner in growth.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team, 802 West Crawford in Clay Center. We have got a great selection of Ram 1500 pickups right now with 0% financing and some great savings. How about this one, a Ram Quad Cab 1500, 20-inch wheels, Hemi engine, keyless entry, only $29,885. That's at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford, Clay Center, Kansas, or check us out on the web at greenteamcars.com.
Wamego faced with 3rd down and 1 as the quarter break sends us into the 4th with the Tigers on top, 21-7. Blaine from the gun. Football is at the Tiger 37-yard line. Blaine will hand it off. Hunter Lowen again. He's got first down yardage and a bit more as he takes it to the 30-yard line. Remember, the Tigers had forced Wamego to an apparent punt situation when they threw that really odd I compared it to a discus throw downfield the way Ethan Thomas, the punter, threw it, and the Tigers called for pass interference. Since then, Wamego's got a little rhythm going. Here's Lowen again underneath. He'll be tackled by Jace Casper and Adam Ebert in on the play. That'll bring up a second down and still 5 or 6 to go.
You know, Lowen has done a nice job tonight. He's run the ball hard. You know, in pregame, we were kind of looking at him, and he's got one ankle pretty heavily bandaged.
Continue to see the Tigers playing without Gabe Ware. We do not know his status as far as the injury, but we have not seen him back in the ball game to this point. There's a carry again on the ground by Wamego, brings up third down and short.
Well, I think right now they think they could dominate with their size just a little bit, maybe worn us down a touch.
Third down inches. They will hand it off again. Lowen hitting the backfield. Garrett Craig didn't really get a hit on him, but he forced him to the inside, and then he falls forward for a gain of 2 or 3. And Wamego's got something working with just under 11 minutes to go in this football game, and the Tigers leading 21-7.
Well, they found a little bit of success with just running the straight trap play, pulling the backside guard, leading on our outside linebacker, defense end, whoever flashes.
So Wamego, 1st and 10 now, hand off to Jan. He will work outside. He is brought down by the atom bomb, Adam Ebert. No gain on the play, 2nd down 10.
Well, our inside defensive guard did a nice job of getting upfield that time and actually cut off the pulling guard from the opposite side. Didn't get the lead block, and so that allowed our outside linebacker to come up and make the play.
2nd down 9, maybe a gain of a yard on that first down carry. And now we have a timeout taken on the field. It's Clay Center who wants the TO. 10-13 to work in the game. Tigers up 21-7, and a Tiger timeout on the field right here. We're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
2015 is a monumental year for the Citizens National Bank as it marks their 100th anniversary. Throughout the year, the Citizens National Bank will be celebrating a century of strength and stability with many events and surprises planned. Be sure to like their Facebook page so you can stay on top of all these exciting events. This is a significant milestone of providing personalized service and a century of success. The Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Cloud County Community College wants Clay Center Tigers to become Cloud County T-Birds. Visit them online at cloud.edu or schedule a campus visit to find out about all the opportunities waiting for you at Cloud County Community College. Go places, be a T-Bird. 10-13 to work here in the ballgame. 21-7. Clay Center a timeout. Maybe to catch your breath with this drive going on by Wamego.
Wamego just gaining a little bit of momentum.
Play action. Blaine back to pass. Now rolls right. Fires toward the end zone, up toward Thomas, and it nearly is brought down. It got on the hands of Ethan Thomas. He couldn't quite keep control. T-Money, stride for stride on defense. That was a pretty throw that came from Dylan Blaine.
On the run, feet not set, high arcing spiral, thrown only where the receiver could catch it, and the receiver just didn't catch it.
Well, throw in Balin Brumfield, crashing down toward him as he threw that ball, too.
Yeah.
Now 3rd down and 9.
And like we said before, we actually think that he maybe throws the ball a little bit better when he's not set.
I believe you're exactly right. And really moving either way. That time was moving to his right. Here's Blaine. They're going to hand it off underneath. And it's going to be Ethan Thomas with the carry. And he pushes forward. And Wamego may have moved the chains again on 3rd and long. That was your receiver that just didn't make the catch, now making a play on the ground.
Yeah, they ran a little jet sweep from left to right and saw a seam, rather than bring it all the way to the boundary, saw a seam between our guard and tackle and cut it straight up.
There's a couple of scores I'll pass along to you. Abilene up 23-0. That was starting the 4th quarter. And Concordia 27, Marysville 13 into the 3rd. That Abilene game is 23-0 starting the 4th over Chapman. Again, Concordia leads Marysville 27-13. They are headed into the 4th quarter as well. And they are going to stretch the chains here to see if it was a first down. I thought he had it picked up. His knee evidently went down, and they're inches short on 4th down. They'll at least have to snap it, Myron.
Oh, yeah.
So an opportunity for the Tiger defense maybe to come up with a stop here on 4th down. 4th and inches at most. Blaine, who's usually out of the gun, goes in under center. Official now sets the play in motion. Blaine, 4th and inches. He'll run right, runs into a pack. Tigers do a really nice job to stand this up, but it will be hard to not say he advanced it after that first down. They wave it to a stop. We'll see where the spot comes in. It's an easily marked 1st and 10.
You know, they blocked down with the right tackle and guard, and he just kept sliding till he felt the hole and just got enough for the first down. But we did a good job at defending that. The middle was tossed up. You know, we got some good penetration up front, but it just Wamego size. They're big. They are big. Our Cats have battled the bus off.
1st down and goal. Blaine, he'll hand it off. Here's Lowe, and a seam to run through near the goal line. Diving forward. One side sits short. The opposite side sits in. Touchdown, Wamego. One sideline official, I saw him motion with his hands. It was just short, but the other side had already called it across. So Wamego punches it in. Now it's 21-13 ball game.
Pretty important extra point here.
It really is. It is a very important extra point, as Myron points out. Hold is down. Tigers got close, and it is no good. Big-time play with the Tiger up front. The outside guy is able to push forward. I don't know if they got it, but they made him hurry it. Yeah. And it was pulled left. The Tigers an 8-point lead. 9:21 to work in the ball game. Play Center leads it 21-13 here in Wamego.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you?
I want to mix things up a bit.
How about one of our delicious Reuben sandwiches? Loaded with your choice of tender corned beef or oven-roasted turkey breast.
I like where you're going with this.
They're fresh toasted with melty Swiss cheese and topped with sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. All on your choice of freshly baked bread.
Sounds perfect.
Coming right up. The Subway Reubens won't be here long, so try one today. Subway. Eat fresh.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
Girton Propane has provided quality service and employment opportunities for over 60 years. Girton is always on the lookout for exceptional company and owner-operator drivers to join their team. If you're a top-notch driver, call Andy at 800-232-0170. Girton transports liquid commodities throughout the 48 states with an emphasis in the Midwest. Girton is committed to excellence, safety, and quality service. Join the Girton team. Call 800-232-0170.
9:21 to work, 21-13. Tigers with an 8-point lead. And Myron, I love the foreshadowing you put out there. Important extra points, you said, and the Red Raiders pulled it left. Nice work.
Well, it's kind of at the K-State games, we sit with a guy, and every time the opposite team goes to punt, he yells bad snap. And it comes unglued because we never talk about
bad snaps. Don't talk about bad snaps in that family. That's right. Hunter Mullen starts right, now back left, shakes and bakes his way to the sideline, and now he's going to be knocked backwards, but a great return from Hunter Mullen. The bulldozer takes it out across the 35.
You know, Hunter kind of got held up on the sideline, and Mr. Thomas did not.
He didn't miss an opportunity.
No, he did.
Yeah,
and he kind of took a head shot at it. I don't know.
Good return from Mullen, though. Got that on the run and made a few guys miss before they finally got a pack around him to the sideline.
You know, he's obviously a good player. He's talented.
Sure.
And so the additional things that he doesn't need to be doing those.
Tigers have it 1st down and 10 from their own 35-yard line, leading by 8. Cade Wallace has Mullen go in motion. He'll hand off underneath to Adam Ebert, and he'll sport forward for about a 3-yard gain. Looked like nothing there, and the Atom Bomb just kind of kept fighting with those legs going forward.
Yeah, the first guy hit him. He made a little spin move to his right to pick up another 2 yards.
Tigers have Lane Livey in their receiver left side now. Balin Brumfield getting a breather. To the right is Brady Milliken.
I like the fact that he runs with both hands to the ball.
2nd down, 6 to go. Got Ebert that carry through the middle, protecting it, and then still fighting for extra yards.
So there again, it's ball security time. We need to take care of it, not turn it over.
2nd down, 6. Wallace, he'll keep it himself. Gets across the 40, not much else. So it'll be 3rd down, still 4 yards left to go for the Tigers on the series.
You know, we're at the point where we don't want to become stagnant. We don't want to be too conservative. We've got to keep getting first downs, keep running the clock down.
Right.
You know, we don't want to give the ball back to Wamego. They just had a nice drive. Their momentum was good. You know, their energy is up right now. We need to find that on our side of the ball.
3rd down, 4. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. The Tigers on top, 21-13. Faced with a 3rd and 4 from their own 40-yard line. They will wind that play clock down as far as they can. Now Wallace, right side, keeps it, falls forward. He'll be short of the first down by about a yard or two. It brings up 4th and 2 for the Tigers, and they'll have to punt it away.
They're battle hard inside.
You take a shot at drawing them off sides, you save your time out. So they're bringing the punt team out. They won't even think about it.
Yeah. So we're up by 8. They've got to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to get the thing tied. So, at this point, I think you got to play field position again. I'm pretty sure we're not going to throw a distance out there.
Jacob Herzenberg is the return man now instead of Case Ward dropping back for the Red Raiders. Connor Last stands at his own 32. Snap a little to his right. He has it. This is a high end-over-end kick that's going to stop, check, bounce backward, and will be stopped by the Tigers by Brandon Loader at the 40-yard line. And Wamego will have pretty good field position to start this drive. The Tigers again lead it by 8, 21-13.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he got the ball on the front end of the ball on his toe, and it kind of was almost a reverse end-over-end kick rather than a booming spiral like we've seen several times tonight.
Yeah. It's kind of like a place kick almost. Yeah. The way it came off the foot. 1st and 10, Wamego. Blaine, hand off underneath. This is Lowen. And he is going to be hit. Dylan Carlson. He gets that cast on him. Correction, that's Brandon Loader who made that play. It's a 5-1, not a 5-7. That's a big-time play on the outside. Lowen still picks up 3 yards. It's 3rd down and 7. The Loader crashed in nicely.
It's good that we can run some extra bodies out there and get some big plays out of it.
Of course, playing without Gabe Ware since late 2nd quarter. Here again, the handoff to Lowen. Brumfield turns him back inside. Loader there again for the tackle. And this will be a short yardage, maybe 2-yard gain, 3rd down and 4 to go.
Mr. Loader playing with a little attitude right now. I do too.
And Brumfield doing a great job again at that end position to turn him inside.
Sometimes it just takes a play or two for a kid to get his confidence, to get going.
3rd down, 4. Wamego from their own 46-yard line. Blaine from the gun, 3rd and 4. He's going to roll out left, wanting to pass. Pressure coming. Now turned away. He is back to the backfield. Taken down in the backfield. Gavin Ware. Garrett Craig. Did they team up, or is that Loader again?
No, Loader was out on coverage.
It is Garrett Craig and Gavin Ware who tag team for a sack play that's going to drop him back 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Wamego will be forced to punt this time.
5:30 to go in the game. This could become desperation time for the Jets.
The defense of the Tigers had Blaine on the move, and then high snap brought down. Tigers trying to get into it and will not be able to. Big time punt. It's going to bounce and check, and the Tigers will take over to their own 26-yard line. Go back to the play again, though. The Tigers had some pressure. Blaine had rolled left, had to come back right into where the traffic was, and Garrett Craig and Gavin Ware both tag teamed on that sack.
You'll only have to call that play for the next 2.5 years.
I'll enjoy that. Enjoy that a lot. That's a couple of underclassmen making big contributions since early in this season. They've stayed consistent. 5:14 to work now in the game. Tigers lead at 21-13. Big offensive line. The IHOP crew steps up on the line of scrimmage. Cade Melius, the center, as Cade Wallace goes in under. One receiver out to the right. Brumfield is a tight end on the right side. They pitch it right for Tyler Young. He is hit in the backfield and now driven backwards. Again, the officials letting the play go, and guys getting an extra lick in at the end of those plays. It's going to be a loss of yardage, 2nd down and long.
2nd or 3rd time, but the play clearly was over. They ought to be blowing the whistle, and here comes the Wamego kid. 4 yards of this
cloud. Free look at it.
Oh, gosh.
4:43 to work. 21-13 ball game. Tigers with that lead, milking the clock down as much as they can before they go into the play. Now the 5-second count starts, and Cade Wallace will step in under center. 2nd and long. Wallace, handoff left side. Now he's going to keep it. Now pitch it late. Connor Mullen makes one guy miss now to the sideline, and will be dragged out of bounds on the Red Raiders sideline. He crosses, though, the 40, the 30-yard line, out to the 33. It'll be 3rd down, and now manageable maybe for the Tigers. 3rd down and about 4 to go. Hunter Mullen made one guy miss in the backfield, then turned the corner against one of those big guys up front, but they had it stretched out where he couldn't get much more out of it.
The only thing we would have liked to have seen is we got down inbound, not stop the clock.
3rd down, 4. Clock stopped at 4:18 to go. 21-13, Tigers lead it. Milliken wide right, Brumfield the receiver left. 3rd down, 4 to go. Cade Wallace in under center. Young and Mullen the wingback. Everett back behind him. And a pitch back, and this is on the ground. Wamego goes for it. Mad scramble. Hunter Mullen got a hand. The Red Raiders say they have it. The officials have put up a fist for 4th down. That means it's Clay Center's football.
I thought one of our linemen got back in there and got it. Maybe
see if I can see a number get off the file. But I do not know who got the football. But it was recovered by a lineman. That pitch was kind of out in the open. The clock should be running right now. It's not a change of possession. It stopped at 4:08. Now they're telling the official scorekeeper on the score clock to get it going. The Whitehead caught it. 21-13 with 4th down now and 8 to go. The Tigers will have to punt it. Connor Last from his own 16-yard line awaits the long step from Parker Folks. Clock ticking down. Now they'll snap it. The kick, this time a line drive that's going to be taken by Jace Ward from his own 45, returned through the middle, and he bounces across the Tiger 40-yard line. There are 2 flags, though, back behind the end of that run. Far sideline, maybe the call. He caught that football on the run like a center fielder crashing in on a dipping line drive, and really had a head of steam when he hit the hole and was able to get to the Tiger 38-yard line, but there is a penalty flag down. So the official's sorting that out right now.
I think it's going to be a block in the back.
Gary Carlson, Dr. Stat, by the way, says it should be on the 35. Is that where they mark it from or where it will be at? Filled it at the 40, 45.
But the play finished in advance of the penalty, and so they'll go back maybe to the spot of the penalty and go from the flag 10 yards back. So it'll probably be on the 44 of Wamego. Yeah. They'll probably go 10 yards from the penalty from where the flag is on the 45.
It will be Wamego's football.
Yeah.
But it will not be in Clay Center's end of the field.
Yeah.
Now, is that another flag that just came down? Or
no,
just that earlier?
That one was
already there.
That was there way early. And so I think there were 2 penalties on Wamego.
Just saw that one finally.
Potentially holding and then a block in the back.
Is it? I'm trying to sort out what the Tiger. This is the Tiger offense coming back on the field, Myron.
Wow. We got
the Tiger offense back on the field, and it will not be Wamego's football, and I do not know what the call is.
They may be calling a holding call before the change of possession. But in high school football, once the ball is snapped, the intent is that there is a change of possession. And so I think I think this is a mistake by the crew, but we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll take it.
Now the Red Raiders sideline is getting their explanation on the call, and I don't think they like it one bit. Obviously, they would not. So Red Raider fans, you can hear booing. We're as confused as everybody else.
Well, they're obviously calling holding prior to the kick. Okay. And so I'm not sure at any level that translates to first down for the team giving up.
Wow.
But we'll take it.
The Tigers have the football back in their possession with 3:36 now to go from their own 42. Hard snap by Cade Wallace. The Red Raiders did not jump. Again, the Tigers letting as much clock wind down before they snap the football, even though the clock isn't moving on the change of possession. Wallace under center. He will hand off underneath. Not much there on the first down carry. The Red Raiders will stop with no gain, maybe even a loss of yard, to carry by Adam Ebert.
Oh, you're going to see ground and pound. There's not going to be a little flip. There's not going to be an option.
Too close last time.
Oh, yeah.
Where the ball went off
yeah.
Serve.
Yeah.
We got the ball back. Then a punt. Penalty flags everywhere, and all of a sudden we had the ball again off the penalty.
Well, I would assume that if Wamego stops us short here, that they're probably going to take a timeout, serve some of the clock. Under 3 minutes is rolling right now.
Cade Wallace under center. Second down and long. Wallace, right side, pulls it out, keeps it. Nowhere to go. Picked up and thrown backwards. And it will be third down and long. And now that timeout Myron just mentioned. 2:39 to go in this game. We'll take a break here. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from Oldie Seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an Oldie Seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
Byron, this has been such a fun game to be a part of tonight, but we've got some awards we need to really get serious about.
Yeah.
I think we could possibly give our big hitter award, even if there's another one coming out. Would you agree, Jace Casper?
He's got it.
And there were some great hits tonight, across the board, but I have to say that the big hitter in this one is Jace Casper across the middle. The freak is making some kind of play. Now, I'm going to go back to Gabe Ware's touchdown run as our Debenham electrifying play of the game.
Absolutely.
Are you in on that one?
I'm in on that one.
And we had Adam Ebert with, some kind of pass and then catch by Ebert was amazing. Brumfield, the other one on the sideline. Both incredibly electrifying. But I think Gabe Ware, when he made that happen, it turned this game around. That was on the same drive Brumfield had made that catch on. So the Debenham electrifying play of the game, it is going to be Gabe Ware, the hit from the sticks. Boy, do we miss him out on the field right now. Adam Ebert, certainly a worthy fullback, but that also takes him away from the wingback position. Connor Mullen, certainly a worthy wingback, but it just kind of throws some timing off. And then on defense, not have Gabe there in the middle linebacker position is always a huge loss.
But we've had some kids step up and do a really nice job.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's David and Goliath out here.
It is. They are huge, man, on the line on both sides, offense and defense for Wamego. As Byron said earlier, the Tigers, these guys just got out there and battled their butts off and kept themselves in this game and with the lead right now.
Absolutely. They have played with heart and an attitude.
Both could be said for both sides, heart and attitude. 2:39 to go in this ball game. Play center on top, 21-13. Third down and long for the Tigers.
Coming into this game, you had the feeling that both teams felt like they could win this game. And they're kind of at that point in the season where they're both 2-2.
Wamego's 1-3.
1-3, and we're 2-2.
Right.
And so a win here moves the team, whatever team wins, up a little bit, and the team that loses down a little bit.
And both teams 1-1 in the league, which is important.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to correct the clock. They actually flashed 24:30, and the crowd for Wamego was happy to see that much time remaining. But 2:43 is the official time now on the clock. That's why there was a stop of play. And Cade Wallace puts the troops back on the line of scrimmage. Third down and 12. Pitch out left for Tyler Young in the backfield. Now turns it back against the grain. Now dances and jumps over one defender down to the sideline and taken out of bounds near the bench. Tigers looking for a penalty flag. They're not going to get it. It was a very awkward fall for Young and the defender on the play that time for the Red Raiders. That was Justin Ebert. So it will be fourth down. Tyler Young made some kind of run. He made a couple of people miss, and he hurdled one guy to play.
Absolutely. He made a run inside, outside, and then made a hard finish on the sideline. There just been several times tonight that once the tackle's been made, the ball carrier has been lifted and body slammed to the ground.
Yeah, it has been a few times. 4th down and 7, so it was a gain of about 6 on the play. Connor last again in the punt. Good snap, and the kick is a good one as well. Jace Ward with Brumfield. He touched it. The ball is picked up. Jabalian Clowney. Brumfield has the ball. The Tigers will have a short field. Brumfield with Ward, and he's caught a bunch of them in a dangerous situation. Yeah. But Balin Brumfield was right there. Ward bobbled. Brumfield hit and recovered the football.
So it was a little bit of a line drive kick, kicking into a wind, so it had to be knuckling just a little bit, and he didn't gauge it very well. It was over his head just a bit, and he jumps up to tip it, and Brumfield's right there to just dodge him from the football and fall on it. Perfect.
Electrifying play of the game may have just been trumped right there. I mean, we already handed us the game where he certainly earned it earlier.
That kind of salts it away. 2:26. Wamego's only got 2 timeouts, even though the board says 3. They can only stop it a couple of times. We can run at least a minute and a half off this clock.
And deep in their end on this possession. They hand it off underneath to Adam Ebert. And it'll be a short yardage gain on the play. You could almost call that the catch of the game. We had too good of catches to do that.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, where are you going? Are you going with Ebert or Brumfield on the catch earlier in this game?
I'm not. I'm going with both.
Catches of the game. We can
catches of the game.
We can do that. And I tell you what, Michael Brownell would love the fact that we went with both of them. The Catalyst sign and graphic catches of the game. Balin Brumfield and Adam Ebert. And on both, it was yards after the catches that were big as well. The Catalyst sign and graphic catches of the game. Balin Brumfield and Adam Ebert. I like the call, Byron. There is a timeout on the field. Wamego trying to stop that clock and wind this thing down. The block of the game. You had one picked out earlier on a crackback block. You going to stick with that one down on this end of the field?
You know, I think the combination of Hunter and Brumfield did a great job to spring Tyler off the sideline. I think that's got to be the block of the game.
The can-equipped block of the game. And there were several cracks. Brady Milliken had one earlier that left the guy on the field there for a while.
I'm going to say it ought to be our receivers' job that they did on the corners.
And understand how important blocking is by the receivers. And our Tigers have done a good job this year.
You know, those kids don't get the ball thrown to them, but yet deliver those types of blocks. So good.
The can-equipped block of the game. The Tiger wide receivers. Out of the timeout, play center with it, 2nd down. It is going to be Cade Wallace, pitch out right to Hunter Mullen. Now gets the block to the sideline. He's near the pylon. He dives forward. Is he in? They will say out of bounds before he got to the pylon. The Bulldozer almost took it home. He sprints back to the huddle. That is a big-time run by Hunter Mullen. They ought to all be excited. They played a great game tonight. And another great block. I think that was Tyler Young this time. Maybe they got outside and opened the block up for Hunter. 2:11 left. Tigers up 21-13. Dive, right side, and 2nd down and goal inside the 2-yard line. 2:07 now left in this game. Tigers so close. Mullen had to have just had his right foot as he planted to dive to the pylon, step out of bounds. I
think Wamego took the right out.
2:07 remains, 21-13. Tigers lead it and about to punch another one in when we come back to Wamego.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a proud supporter of Tiger football. Get to Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and test drive the 29-mile-per-gallon Ram truck and save during Ram Truck Month. Need an SUV? How about the 30-mile-per-gallon Jeep Grand Cherokee? For 47 years, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep has treated you like family because our family name is on the door. Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep on West Anderson in Manhattan or online at schrammcars.com. Go Tigers!
2:07 left to go in the ball game. 21-13. Tigers with an 8-point lead and trying to punch another one in here after an electric run from the Bulldozer. Hunter Mullen got around the corner, got a great block, almost took it to the house. Now they're faced with 2nd down and goal.
Well, you know, I think if Kerry ever quits wanting to do dental work, the chat will probably hire him in the office
He is good with numbers.
He is a wizard with his abacus over there.
Dr. Stat. We call him Stat Boy. I think I like Dr. Stat better. Here's Cade Wallace, quarterback keep. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers. Clay Center goes on top again by 2 scores. It's 27 out of 13 after the Tigers make a huge push down.
God, that looks like a Cade dozer, if not a Murph.
But the Murph gets it in. Cade Wallace with the touchdown. 27-13. Tigers lead it. Extra point try coming again from Peyton Lane. Fun win for the Tigers. And that all set up. That touchdown drive all set up by Balin Brumfield making it special teams play.
Turnover again. You know, it's ball security. We've done a pretty good job. We almost gave it away down here on 3rd down. Got lucky. Lyman got on it. We got a good call on 4th down. You know, it was bizarre. I've never seen anything like that. And, you know, gave the ball back to us, and we got it downfield.
Now, there was a penalty before the snap against the Tigers, moved them back 5 yards. So the spot for the extra points where Hunter Mullen stands to hold is going to be the 15-yard line. Hold is down. It was a little high on the snap, maybe missed time. And for Peyton Lane, there's going to be a penalty on Wamego, and Lane comes up shaken. Now he's able to get up and walk off under his own accord. And I think both of these coaches might be happy on one sideline, likely to have the win, unhappy on the other. I think both coaches are going to be just happy to get out of here without any injuries right now.
Well,
it has been chippy all game.
This game, that's a big
Well, yeah, we don't know the details on that.
He just hasn't been back yet.
Right. We can only hope he'll be back next week, but he has not come back in this football game tonight.
Heading into next week, we sure would like him to be healthy.
Need Gabe Ware to be healthy. Absolutely.
Although there again, we've had a lot of kids step up and play with tremendous heart.
Right.
You know, and do a great job against a much bigger opponent. You know, we could have come in and been psyched out, but these kids knocked it down and have played well.
To the final, the Concordia Panthers did beat Marysville 27-13, and Abilene a 30-0 shutout over Chapman tonight. Now Peyton Lane is back in there, and after the penalty yardage, he'll have a chance for the extra point again. It's time to kick on its way, and he pulled it wide left. 27-13. Tigers lead it with 2:04 left to work in this fourth quarter when we return.
Todd from Wall's True Value here, and I want to share a comment from a customer. This customer told me, "I don't know what I would do without your store. You really make my life easier." Well, that type of praise is great, but it also makes us aware that we need to live up to a pretty high standard. We hope that you will experience exceptional service and value when shopping for paint, lumber, hardware, and appliances with us. Come see us at Wall's True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
I was going over paperwork in central office when in sauntered.
The name's Bond. I'm needing to lay low. I thought maybe selling office supply products would be a good disguise.
Well, we do offer great savings on items such as Laurel office furniture, desk, chairs, filing cabinets, and more, plus over 1,000 Business Source office supply items, house brands, but same great quality.
Perfect. And what do you think about this big rubber nose and mustache?
They'll never recognize you. Folks, for all your office furniture and supply needs, come see us at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center.
27-13, 2:04 left to work here in this ballgame. The Tigers with the 2-touchdown lead now against the Wamego Red Raiders as Levi Fitzenmeyer's in for another Tiger Tasty Pastry kickoff coming up. Cade Wallace, the touchdown. Hunter Mullen really set it up with that run to the right side. And then, of course, it was all set up to begin with on the Balin Brumfield forced fumble and recovery on that punt return. 27-13 ball game. We may just have our stat of the game. I'll get to it here in just a minute. Here's Fitzenmeyer's kick. It's going to be taken. They'll run a reverse as it's handed off to the right side, and some room to run. The Red Raiders may take this to the house, and it appears they will. Nobody is going to catch up with Jacob Erzenberg. They ran that little handoff from Ty Cooper to Katzenberg, and then the touchdown return goes all the way to the house, and now there is a penalty flag at the end of this thing.
A really late flag came in. It looked like one of the Wamego players took a shot at one of our defenders, about the 7-yard line, and out towards the hash, and he wasn't really in the play, and he took a pretty good shot at him, laid him out, and then the back judge from about 40 yards away comes in and throws a flag. He was trailing the play.
27-19. We'll sort out what the penalty is. The touchdown will stand.
Well, I'm not sure that it will.
He may not have crossed the line before that penalty took place.
And so, that
would be huge.
If he's already scored, they can't. They'll probably call like a personal foul because the foul occurred behind the play. It wasn't in. It wasn't at the point of attack. And there's specific rules in high school football that you don't take cheap shots with the ball.
Now they're going to talk with the two captains. Touchdown scores. Personal foul then called against Wamego.
Yeah. And so they may assess this on the try. And I'm not sure in high school football. I'm not sure if we have the opportunity to assess it on the kickoff or the try. In college, they give them the option when that occurs, when they're going to assess the penalty. But I think in high school, they have to assess it on the try.
Okay. So now they'll sort that situation out as the officials continue to talk with both sidelines. It has been what a strange game in the amount of penalties called. And we said that, these things have just gotten a little out of hand tonight.
It actually looked like it gave a tripping signal.
Interesting. Even more so.
We've had coach official conferences. We've had official conferences. We've had more discussion about what penalties are and how they're going to be enforced and what really occurred. And just what's happened within the game between the players. I haven't had this feeling like the officials were in control.
Right. Yeah. I agree completely.
And when all of the talking and the extracurricular were going on, at some point in time, the White Hats got to pull the captains in and say, it's over.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't been done. And so now the White Hats had the conference with Coach Rice, and now he's over here with Coach Weber, and I'm not sure either coach is happy with it.
No, I don't believe so either. Now, I was actually looking at my roster to see who had handed the football off on that return to begin with to Katzenberg. And as I'm looking at that, I did not see the hit, but I did see Dr. Stat's reaction. He immediately turned, and did you see that? And so I knew something had happened. And then, of course, you followed up with the same thought. So.
And I didn't see who got laid out, but they were like,
no idea.
Oh, yeah. And they got up looking for the flag, and none of the officials in the area, because they're watching what's going on,
sure.
But the guy trailing the play 50 yards away comes, I see this flag. It's just on a launch.
Now, they did assess the penalty on the extra point, so the kick is going to be from way downtown, and it is long enough, but pulled to the left. So the Tigers lead now by 8, 27-19. Still a minute 53 to go. Clayton gets the football back when we return.
What's next after harvest? Central Valley Ag suggests fall weed control.
Some of those weeds are winter annual weeds, and the best time for us to get a hold of those is by controlling those in the fall.
CVA agronomist Mike Swingman says getting rid of weed patches now can add profit next year.
So you have a clean seed bed to start next year.
Clean fields mean better yields. Control your weeds this fall for a better harvest next year. Contact Central Valley Ag right away.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first. Guys, roofing and home improvement. We've got you covered.
Did the recent storm cause damage to your roof? Call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia now to have a member of our team provide an estimate to restore your roof. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has been replacing and installing commercial and residential roofs for over 35 years. You can trust the Geisler team to get the job done right.
Back in Wamego, it will be Clay Center's football. Boy, talk about a change of events here, and the Red Raiders lining up for what it would appear to be, and would have to be at this point of the game, an onside kick. They've gotten back within a score and a 2-point conversion, 27-19. The onside kick does not go 10 yards, and so the Tigers will get the football here. There's another flag is thrown on the sideline, but that one, an obvious one, and a more routine flag than we've had for most of the night, it seems like.
There won't be any controversy with that.
Well, we don't think so anyway. Yeah. We've got a lot of conferences out on the field.
By my count, the Eagles out of timeout. I mean, I think we're almost in a position where we can run the ball a couple times and then kneel down.
I think so too. Yeah, it should be just a matter of getting the snap and secure the football. Dr. Stat says maybe they have one left. I think they've used all three in the past. Yeah. The reason we're not positive the scoreboard still has both teams have 3 timeouts, and we know that's not the case. By the way, we're going to get to, in a minute, our Midwest Products stat of the game. So after this play, pretty amazing stat, really, for the second half we'll throw at you. First down and 10. Cade Wallace in under center. He will turn right. He will keep it himself. He gets free for a little bit down to the 33-yard line. Correction, the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 7 or 8 on the first down carry. Brings up second down, and now it's just a matter of getting through this final minute 40 and just get it on with the bus and on home with a win.
Yeah. Cade does a nice job slipping through the line and getting his hand on his lead blocker and just follow him. Really good job.
Second down 2 after an 8-yard gain by Murph Wallace. Okay, the Midwest Products stat of the game. Wamego, second half, 16 offensive plays they had. The entire second half. That is amazing.
You know, and Clay Center has done a great job of possessing football. You know, Kerry had pointed out they had the ball for a total of 7 minutes in the second half. Awfully difficult to score very many points and win a football game when you only have it for 7 minutes.
Yeah, extremely difficult. Third down now and 2. We're under a minute to go. Brady Milliken out wide left. Brumfield the tight end right. Young and Mullen are the wing backs. Ebert still in the backfield with Gabe Ware unable to go in the second half. 33 seconds. One more snap of the football should take care of it. 5 count is on. Actually, the Tigers will take a timeout here and then come back and snap it one more time, and this game is going to be in the books. We'll take another timeout as well, and reminder the Midwest Products stat of the game, 16 offensive plays for Wamego, 7 minutes of possession. That's your entire second half for the Red Raiders. 27-19, Tigers lead it, timeout on the field. Back with the finish next.
Farming is the root of the American economy, and at Ford Motor Company, they're dedicated to building a truck that is more than capable, always reliable, and efficient day in and day out. Owners who have put them to the test have reported Ford trucks outperform other trucks, both on and off the road. They appreciate the power of a V8 engine with the economy and efficiency of a V6, thanks to the EcoBoost technology. Get it done with a Ford F-150 truck from Hanson Ford in Clay Center. At Ford, they own work.
27 seconds left. Tigers looking to go to 3-2 on the season, to go 2-1 in the NCKL with a showdown with Abilene coming up next week. And everyone's favorite, the victory formation for the Tigers here on third down. They'll take a snap. Cade Wallace will step back, take a knee, and that will be the ball game. 27-19. Tigers get it done on the road at Wamego's homecoming in a 27-19 shootout. Stay with us. Post game coming up next.
Why would you get a home loan at Union State Bank? 1, your loan stays here in Clay Center, which means it's not sold to a lender in another state or country. 2, you can come in and see the same loan officer who helped you with your loan, which means no 800 numbers or foreign-speaking customer service reps. 3, This is your loan with your local bank for your community. Union State Bank has helped hold this community together for over 100 years. So let us help you out on your next loan. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
When you're a student athlete, you carry a lot of responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, your school, and your community. So whether you're in the classroom or on the court or field, take pride in what you do, persist in your endeavors, and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment, not only now, but also in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to support you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Knowing that we'll be fine tomorrow gives us great peace of mind today. That's why it's so important to ensure your future and your family's. State Farm can help you do it, thanks to their financial services and agents who can personally advise you on which plans better suit you. Continue enjoying your lifestyle, invest in your business or yourself, and ensure your children's education. Get to a better state. Call David Borgerding at 632-5642 or visit him at 428 Lincoln Avenue in Clay Center.
Football season is the favorite time of year for the guys at B&D Sandblasting and Painting. They specialize in sandblasting stock trailers, hay trailers, and semi-grain trailers. They can make your old trailer look like new and maintain its function and value with their high-quality primer and paint. B&D are also experts at installing seamless guttering on your home or business. When their work is done, you can bet they'll be at the football game supporting the Tigers. Give B&D Sandblasting and Painting a call at 632-0696.
Back in Wamego, postgame is here. It's being brought to you by Clay County National Bank, B&D Sandblasting and Painting, and State Farm Insurance. David Borgerding, agent. Rocky Downing, Myron Converse here with Dr. Stat, Kerry Carlson, working on some of the numbers from this football game. The biggest number is that it's a W and it's a mark in the left-hand column. But this had a really strange aura to it the entire night, didn't it?
It was, some things happened that changed the flow of the game. And our kids did a good job of keeping their composure. I can't say that for all the Wamego players. You knew that we would play with an attitude tonight, especially after last. Sure. A tough loss, bad field conditions. The things just didn't fall our way. Tonight, these guys came out and they played with purpose and heart. And, Wamego came out early, scored a touchdown. We had every opportunity, every chance in the whole world to fold our tent and quit playing football. But these kids dug in. We lose Gabe in the first half. Next man up steps in. Every kid played with heart tonight. We were talking about these awards. It's really hard to single those kids out and pick someone who's that much better because, tonight was a team win. We got contributions from everybody up and down the lineup, which was awesome to see. And they played as a team. They played well together.
Had each other's back. Yep. Hold the rope. Who's going to be beside you to pull on it? And they were all there to do those things. It's a good win for the Tigers.
Before the game, Wamego comes out with the block that says family. I thought we played more as a family and a team tonight than Wamego. Wamego got frustrated. They obviously have some very, very talented players, but they let the situation get the best of them and didn't continue to play football.
Tigers did, for sure, and come away with a big-time win here tonight on the road against the Red Raiders. Some numbers for you. You mentioned Gabe Ware went out in the first half. He had 2 carries, a 140-yard touchdown. He had 52 yards in the game and didn't get to play after halftime. Again, we do not know his status and no way to even guess on what the injury could have been, but he did not come back in the game. Cade Wallace, 51 yards on 13 carries, and did a great job of managing this game. I'll get to his passing in a minute because I think that was as big as the yardage put together on the ground. Tyler Young, 57 yards, 8 carries. Kind of quiet, 57 yards. Now, there were a couple of runs that were really fun and exciting, but he had to grind it out and really fight for extra yards. I thought he did a good job of that tonight.
Well, and we were talking about stats on the way over here, and his yards per carry popped out at him. And I said, the one thing you got to do is get this kid the ball more often that way. And he did a great job. And like we said before, he's playing more physical. He's finishing runs. Mm-hmm. He's not stepping out of bounds. He's putting his shoulder down, getting another 2 or 3 yards. And I think that's just senior leadership.
Completely agree. Adam Ebert, 31 yards on 16 carries. Passing, They only threw the ball 5 times tonight. But
They were good. Everywhere
they were big ones. The 38 yards to Phelan Brumfield made that catch, and then 29 yards of that after the catch was made. And then you throw in Adam Ebert, that touch pass from Wallace over the top. He somehow looked back over the top and was able to make that catch and go for 29 yards. So 3 of 5 passing, 73 yards. The Tigers, in the second half, 17 minutes their time of possession for the Tigers.
Unbelievable.
In the second half.
Unbelievable.
That's just owning the line of scrimmage and just making plays and keeping the thing going forward.
We got a lot of fans down there greeting our players, going to the locker room, a lot of happy parents. You know,
fun time right now, isn't it?
You know,
these things happen.
The thing is, we got to get back to work tomorrow. Got Abilene this week.
Abilene undefeated right now, state ranked, and then we go into Cowtown next Friday night. Big weekend still to come. Safe travels on the way to Stillwater tomorrow. 1 o'clock is pregame, 3 o'clock your kickoff time tomorrow afternoon against Oklahoma State for the Cats, and then Sunday 11 a.m. pregame, noon kickoff as they go to Cincinnati.
Yep. If my dad's still listening, I want to wish him a happy birthday. So
Leo's birthday today?
Yeah, Leo's birthday.
Happy birthday, Leo. Hope you have a great weekend, and maybe we'll bring a win back to the Cats tomorrow as well. How about that? For our studio engineer, Gerald Pearson, Dr. Stat Boy, however you want to call him, the best guy in the state right there, Kerry Carlson. Myron, buddy, thanks again for stepping in for Chet and Chet out in D.C. We'll see you next Friday in Abilene. This is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your Football Friday.